Welcome to the Xbox Uncut weekly podcast.
Bungie, you ripped the money out of your fans' hands and burned it in front of their faces with that piece of shit known as this.
I want to be hyped.
Burn, how you doing?
And Tim and Steve are sucking it out of me.
It was a pretty good podcast. I'd say 3 out of 5.
South Park's a fractured but whole.
Wait a second, we gotta enjoy that title first.
It's so good in the end. Your accent, fractured but whole.
Fractured but
I don't sound like that.
Who the fuck is Master Chief?
Exclusives happen. Third-party money has happened. I don't give a shit.
Killtacular.
Yeah, that was on Xbox, and the only way as a PlayStation fan you can be happy about that is because you're happy that Xbox fans don't get to play it.
I finally finished Ori, which took me 36 hours, 1,338
Like, Forza they don't program in 0 to 60 numbers. They don't program in how tight a car can turn, how much traction a car has. They don't do any of that. But what they do is they put these statistics into their physics engine and they let their physics engine work it out for itself.
Well, if you don't want to buy it because there's a woman in the game or on the cover, you can suck it.
You know how many times I've argued with people and they're like, Persona 5! It's like, it's the same shit all the time. It's like, I don't know, they have
to reality and you were like, take the L!
You know, exactly. Sony's gonna have more delays. It's just, it's a pattern all gen.
When I play Minecraft Story Mode, if you don't like it, then fuck you.
You can write into the show at letters@xboxuncut.com. And now, your host, Dustin.
And I don't have my microphone on.
I noticed that. I wanted to stop you, but I didn't.
That's a wrap. Let's do it. Let's go again.
Should we do it again?
No.
The whole intro? No!
No? Well,
I like the awkward silence in the beginning.
Alright, well, it's part of the course for this show. Welcome to the Xbox Uncut's weekly podcast. We're back for another week of coughing, congestion, and gaming news. With me this week, I have the wonderful Steve Rules from SteveRules.com. Welcome to the show, Steve.
Thank you. Is it just me that makes where Dustin sounds like Darth Vader?
Yeah, it wasn't just you. I heard it too.
Yeah,
Do I
sounds
sound
bad as well.
I don't think we can do the podcast today, guys. I think the internet. I think
a
our
sign from above. Yes.
You're buffering bad. What do you guys
our
want?
internet's fucked. We
Yeah.
have Cox cables coming out tomorrow, guys. I'm so sorry.
It's not. I agree.
It's still streaming. It's still streaming.
I know, but you sound like a robot.
The quality's terrible.
Well, it's a bit better now. Plus, it'll all fit together well with the Audacity.
Yeah.
Well, then we got to start over because this is a fucking disaster.
Oh God, no! Let's keep it. Keep it. Xbox Uncut. No.
This is entertainment.
It's all about the authenticity.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it in Audacity, just restart. We'll just fucking do it. Restart like nothing ever happened.
No! Let's keep it, man. This is golden.
We always go 5 hours a show, so what does it matter? We go long, so.
Chat room. What's the word? Should we restart?
Room doesn't care.
Should we
Chat room
restart
does
chat?
care.
I kind of
Wicked
like you.
soul.
I kind of like you as Darth Vader, though. It looks so much like it looks crazy. Sounds
Wicked soul.
crazy.
I look at sounds too.
Yeah, me too.
I just realised I called Wicked Soul Wicket Soul.
Wicket.
Talking about cricket too much.
Oh,
Hey man, sports game of the year.
That's why we got our biggest show because of that cricket conversation.
Wicked Soul says don't start.
Don't restart.
Yeah.
Don't restart.
And
We're going
so
full
does
bore.
Chef Sledge.
Alright.
Plus, I already got introduced anyway, so that's pretty much it. We can just move on to the news and stuff now.
That is the news.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, guys.
We're out. All right. Tim.
Yes.
Welcome
Thank
to the
you.
show, Tim. Tim Dog.
Welcome to the fans of Xbox. You know, Love it. Xbox Uncut for life.
That's true. True
Alright.
love.
As long as we keep paying that $20 a month, yeah. Either one.
And we have the newly anointed Platinum Throat.
Oh yeah,
How's it feel, Vern, to be a Platinum
feels good. Feels good. I've only played 3 matches at Platinum 1, but I'm scared for it to go back down. I don't want it to go back down to Gold 6. I want to keep it at Platinum 1. But yeah, it feels good.
You know what, though? There's
What?
Platinum 2.
I know. So I gotta get up a little higher. That way I'm safe and I'm in the Platinum area instead of at the,
Maybe
the
Platinum
bottom
3,
of it.
you could be kind of safer.
Yeah, exactly. I can feel good there. I'll tell you, these matches are a lot harder at Platinum than they were at Gold, though.
And we also have Jason on the show.
Hello. I might cough my lungs out. That's about it.
Yeah, all of us are like that right now, man.
And of
I'm in
course, as
good. I'm in
always,
good health. Just saying.
Well, you have an OSIN, so
Yeah, it hasn't made its way over there yet.
Nah, I'll be fine.
we'll make
you know,
sure it makes its way.
You probably got all sorts of creepy STDs and stuff over there that we don't have, though. So.
Hey,
got man up.
Steve, could you give me your address? And I'm going to cough in a box and send it.
To be fair, I'm surprised I didn't catch it over Skype with the way you were spluttering around last week.
Yeah.
Was it last week?
Yeah. No, it was 3 weeks ago, Steve.
What did I? Could have been the week before. I don't count.
He doesn't, people. It's because he's English. But
And we lost all of that reason.
all right. Well, welcome everybody to the show, and everybody in the chat room. Thanks for coming to hang out with us this week, especially after last week. Like I wasn't there. Thank you, Steve, for taking over at the end of the show and being the man and hosting that last half.
My pleasure.
Yesterday would have been rough, too, man.
Yeah. But you know what isn't rough? No, I'm just kidding. No, it is
Today.
rough.
That's a lie.
Fern, you made a quick recovery.
Not really.
No, it's rough, man. I had a rough morning. I'm feeling a little better now. I took some cough syrup, and I'm
you
muting
just-
every time I have to cough.
Take more cough syrup. Just do it right now.
I just did. All right. Let's get into letters. 'Cause we need to do letters.
All
They're
right,
important.
we got 2 letters.
Oh wait, Jason, did you hear? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for cutting you off. Did you hear the podcast last week, Jason?
No.
There was a letter specifically for you.
Uh-oh.
I want to pull it up real quick.
This is about
Oh,
this
yeah,
guy
he
that had dirt on me or
It's
something?
your,
Yes.
it's your stalker.
Oh, God.
Yeah, at the
said,
end he wrote something,
Well,
right?
P.S. Tell Jason that his secret involves urine, a spoon, and a Ziploc bag.
I don't know the secret.
Thank you, Will.
I guess maybe you bring that to work for lunch?
No.
I was thinking more like heroin when I first heard it.
Yeah, it could be it too.
Boiling up urine in a spoon,
Not that I do heroin or anything.
injecting urine. It's sanitary. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand what the combination of urine, spoon, and what Ziploc bag. I don't understand how
I'm guessing
those
the
all go
urine's
together.
kept in the Ziploc bag.
Yeah, yeah. But what is the spoon used for?
Spoon out the urine? I don't know.
Why wouldn't you use a straw instead if you're, or like...
Apparently I'm an idiot, too.
All right.
No
Well, I just wanted to throw that out there. It was part of it. Okay, let's go down to this week's letters.
Okay, this first letter's pretty long and kind of confusing, and I'll try to read it without coughing too much. He says, who is this from? James. This is from James. I don't know if he's a first-time writer or not, but he says,
Good guy.
"Hey up, guys! Still living your work." What does "Hey up, guys" mean, by the way? Do you know that, Steve?
Yeah, it's just like hello.
Okay, so "Hey up, guys," right? Like that?
Yeah.
You sound so young and mature.
Like
Hey up,
7
guys! Still loving your work. and you remain by far my favorite podcast. That's with a U.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a British one. Keep on keeping it real. I have a question for your expert ears that is related to game sharing. Game sharing confuses the feck out of me, but I'll try my best to keep it simple. Here we go. I have two box ones, not Xbox, box ones, in my house. One is mine, and I game share to the other one, which is set as my home console, and that is used by my son. Number two, and more. So as time goes on and he grows older, by son number three.
Wait a second. Is his son number 2 from Austin Powers?
I don't know.
I'm going to imagine it is.
I'm guessing his son is James, and there's another James, and another James, and James. Kind of like, what's his name? George Foreman? How he named all his kids George, and he calls them by numbers? That's probably what it is. Yeah. Now I'm planning on having a man cave in the near future, so I'm considering getting a third Xbox so that I can set up a permanent racing rig for my wheel, etc. Firstly, would I simply be able to sign in under my gamer tag on the new Xbox and access all my own content so long as I'm signed in one of the other two? So as long as I'm not signed in one of the other two. Or all things considered, would I be better off making my console into the main cave and letting my third child have the new Xbox and getting him his own gamer tag? Although I assume I would have to buy all the games to play again. All our games are digital. Is there some family share scheme or some other workaround that will save me having to pay for another gold subscription? I'm sure I've heard of something like that in the past. Or do you only get 2 licenses per game these days and that's it? I'm a bit lost on all of this and would appreciate your guys' advice. I hope I've explained it well enough and I've not lost you too. P.S. Steve, that English guy as I like to call him. If Phil heeds my advice and offers you a job, shotgun your P.A. What does P.A. mean?
Personal assistant.
Ah, okay. All the best for 2016, guys. Keep up the great work, James. Thanks for writing in, James. Yeah, we got you covered on this, James.
All right, as a person that have owned like 4 Xbox Ones, and well, Tim, you can repeat on this too.
He owns 40.
Yeah, but how it ends up working is
warrior.
Let's say I have 3 Xboxes, right? I have one upstairs, one downstairs in the living room that, that's mainly TV use, but it's not actually being used. And then Jason has the third console that we game share with. So I make Jason my home console. Then I can access both the other consoles by signing in at any time and play all my games. But when I'm logged into either one of the 2 consoles, the other console's dead for all games. Like, it can't play any of your games because you're not signed in. The only way to make it work would to have a separate gold account with separate games purchased on that Xbox, unless you rotate it. But the positive side.
Oh, sorry.
On the positive side, Netflix, Plex, all that stuff is not behind the paywall anymore. So as long as you're going to use that third console for, like, is it mainly TV use, except for the time you go downstairs to use your racing rig, it'll work perfectly fine. But if you want to be able to play with your 2 kids and you all on separate consoles, you're going to have 2 gold subscriptions.
Well, he said he's got 3, he's planning on going for 3 Xboxes, all right? And one of them will be for his man cave racing rig, whatever. So he's all right, because he could make his son's console the home console, all right? And then his son can use his own gamer tag without having to pay for gold on that console and get all the gold features. For his console, let's say, for James's console, let's say it's in his bedroom, that doesn't have to be a home console. He can just sign in with his name, play it whenever he wants. For the man cave one, he can sign in, play on it whenever he wants. Now, let's say his son now wants to play on the man cave console that's just for the racing games. If he wants to do that, then James would have to be signed in on that console at the same time as his son is signed in. As long as the person who owns the game is signed in on a console, even if it's not a home console, anyone else can play those games, but they have to be signed in on the console at the time.
Yeah, so like I said, if you wanted to have it where you and both your kids are playing all at the same time on 3 separate consoles, that's when you're going to need 2 subscriptions and 2 copies of the game.
Right.
But the positive note is once you go that far, fuck it, grab a 4th console it's in just game share between all four. Because you're already going to be buying 2 games and 2 live accounts. And that way you have 4. For your daughter or next son or next door neighbor.
Well, he said son number 3, so I think he's
Call,
he's only planning on sons.
Call your next son Son 1. No,
Yeah, he only talked about son
Son
2
A.
and son 3. Where's son 1? Yeah, I'm curious about that. Maybe son 1 is like been disowned or something.
Are they less harsh? No, perhaps it's a daughter 1 or son who's not interested in video games, perhaps.
Well, if it's a daughter, why would he call son number 2 number 2?
Well, I don't know. I just wanted to say something that doesn't involve disowning children. I mean, I'm trying to, I've got the steering wheel here, and I'm trying to put it back on course after you've just thrown us way off.
No, we live to offend, Steve. It's all right.
Oh.
Especially offend Steve.
But thank you for writing in, James. It's a good question. I'm glad we were able to explain it, because there's probably other people listening who are wondering the same thing. And Steve, did you want to respond to his PS at the end?
I did. I just wanted to say, James is a good guy. I just want to thank you for your kind words. And perhaps Phil will hire me, and you can be my personal assistant. I will save that job for you if he does. If I'm worthy enough to have a personal assistant, I mean, you might try to make me a janitor or something. We'll see. I'll take
Janitor
it.
with the personal assistant. Yeah.
Well, I'll take it.
All right. Next letter.
This is our last letter. We only got 2. And this one's from the Wicked Soul. Wicked writes, Fago, face paint, juggalos, juggalettes, hatchets, the dark carnival. If those words didn't give away what I'm talking about, then you must be uncultured. I'm talking about insane clown posse. Now the question was, have you ever dated a juggalette? Female fan is what that is. Maybe even a juggalo, which is a male fan. In college, when you were experimenting, but the question morphed into, what was your first date? Now I have dated a juggalette in the past, and it was an experience. She was the lady that gave me my first kiss, and first and only time I went on a date, which was going to her house. We watched Boondock Saints, and then her dad was coming home, so I got kicked out. So now you know more about me. This concludes the letter. Love the soul who is down with the clown. Wicked. P.S. # single life for life.
No, are you sure that's what that was?
What?
Well, I guess, yeah. I always thought it was meant specifically for Tim.
Oh, like PN for the Natal, whatever he writes.
Yeah.
Project Natal for life. # single life for life.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still single life for life.
How did he spell life?
LYFE. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I
definitely-
started that, by the way.
That's a
I
shout
really-
out.
I
That's a shout
know.
I
out.
started the Y. I did that like in fucking, excuse my language, in a long time ago. I was first to do that.
When I see
Sure.
that, I think of you, Tim. I'm just saying. I really
I
do.
really was like the first to do with the Y thing. I used to do it. I used to have a screen name on AOL too that used that, and that was
ASL, Tim. ASL.
1998.
Hey, I can't spell life either.
So, was there a question to this? Or was this just learning about Wicked? I'm confused.
I think it was just learning about Wicked. And oh no, he asked us.
Have you ever dated a
Ever
juggalette?
dated a juggalette? Yeah.
No, I have not.
never. No.
Not a
I say
juggalette.
no.
Unlikely.
Tim, you ever dated juggalette?
Yes,
Are you a juggalo?
I'm a gigolo. I'm an Xbox.
You're a gigolo.
See, yes. See, I can imagine that.
Gigolo.
You can imagine. I'm not.
I'm joking.
I'm an Xbox gigolo.
A gigolo.
A gigolo.
I'm a gigolo.
So did you get upgraded to like a 1 terabyte gigolo?
Yes.
Are you an elite gigolo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elite's still sold out, by the way.
Nice.
All right.
For the record, the Wicked Soul didn't hit that. That's too bad.
Well, at least you got to watch some Boondock Saints. I mean,
yeah. The sequel sucked though. You watched the sequel?
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie. First was pretty awesome though.
Yeah. I don't think people want us to go back into the movie mode.
Oh my god, I just saw a kangaroo in Ark Survival. It's awesome.
Yes!
All
Kangaroos are awesome, man.
His name's Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah.
Is he our kangaroo already?
Yes.
Fucking A.
He looks really pissed off, too.
You guys got to see that show, Kangaroo Dundee. Have you watched it yet?
No, I heard.
Oh, yeah, Maria loves it, yeah. I liked it too, man. It's on Hulu. It's about a guy who's, like, saving all these kangaroos, and he has this sanctuary for them.
Oh my god, guys. I have an announcement.
What's that?
When someone's riding the kangaroo, you can get in his pouch.
Oh!
I'm in it right now.
That's awesome! Game of the year!
I think we got a title to the show. All right.
But anyway, that's all the letters. So thank you for writing in.
Wicked.
Write us again at letters@xboxuncut.com.
We gotta have Wicked on.
I don't know if he talk all that much.
Have you talked to him?
Yes,
oh yeah, we talk to Wicked all the time in party chat.
I watched his. You guys sent me his thing, and I watched a little bit of it. He's playing Rainbow Six.
Yeah, he's a man of very few words.
Yeah.
I watched.
If we have Eric and Wicked Soul on, then together they may combine one regular podcast member.
That'd be like half a person if you combine them two.
Okay, well then we'll find like another. I'll speak like 1.5. And then
we got another letter. It's an impromptu one from Old No Bones in chat. He says, "Here's my letter. Hello, Vern. Hello, Jason. Hello, Tim. Hello, Dustin. Steve. If you could only buy one game in 2016,
stop
which
reading
would
this
it be?"
letter. Stop. I've been besmirched.
He didn't say hello. He just said Steve.
Oh no, Bones. We played a significant amount of Gears together. We had good conversations, and then I've just been cast aside.
You've never bought him any FIFA things, so
cast aside like I'm Halo 4 a week after launch. This is disgusting. I
don't know. I took the whole Steve without the hello as like him looking straight at you and nodding his head and acknowledging your existence, like Steve. Yes.
Like an adversary.
Yeah. No. Well, maybe. Actually.
I'm upset about this.
But anyway, he asked us if we could only buy one game in 2016, which would it be?
I wanted to say Quantum Break right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. No multiplayer though.
No, it's not that. I have to choose Gears.
Yeah, I have to choose Gears because you got to think multiplayer here. Like Quantum Break, you play it once or twice, you're done.
I have a question.
How many times in a lifetime do you get a Remedy game?
I have a question though. What if you game
Wait a second. Do I really got to say this?
4 so far. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be number 5.
It's Gears, baby. Like that's.
Wait.
No. If you're gonna do it, you gotta put effort. It's Gears, baby. Whoa.
Guys, what if me and Dusty game share? Do we get to have 2 games?
No.
So I have to take Dusty's answer?
You can have your own answer. You're not allowed to play his answer.
Mine's Forza Horizon 3. I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, you can't.
That's a good choice.
He's calling a shot. He's calling
That's
a shot.
That's up there for me. That might actually be number 2.
Oh come on!
To be honest.
Fred, how dare you?
Here, I'll bet you $100 whether or not Horizon 3 comes out.
I'm going to put more hours into playing Forza Horizon 3 than I will Quantum Break. Even though I'm going to love Quantum Break, and it's going to be a great game, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Old No Bones has another question. Is Steve a Gears hater now?
No, Steve
I think it's confirmed.
I think he is. Yeah.
I think it's confirmed.
Steve hates Gears. That's the name of our show. Show name, Steve hates Gears.
Look. Old No Bones just put a
Steve
gun to my
tosses Gears of War to the side.
It's just that Old No Bones just put a gun to my head and said you got to pick one game, and it's like Quantum Break. It's fucking Remedy, man.
Yeah.
Tim Dog, why have you not added the Wicked Soul to Xbox yet?
Oh,
He's very
man,
upset.
It's
I'll
controversial.
add them. I get a lot of requests. I don't.
You're really
I'm-
popular nowadays.
Yeah. But I'm gonna do it right now.
But he's besties with Phil, so
No,
Yeah, get
that's
him-
not true.
Get him
I'm
to
friends with him.
hire Brian Horton and create a new studios for him to be creative director.
Vern, this is why
I'm
you're
actually
not friends
I'm
with
doing
Phil.
it right now, Wicked.
Yeah.
I can
All
confirm.
right.
I just saw him get online.
I'd be like, come on, Phil. This is Brian Horton. He's creative director of Rise of the Tomb Raider. It was a great game. Let him make his own game, like, new IP. It'll be awesome. Do it.
So, Vern, you are choosing Gears of War.
I am.
Jason, what
I
game?
told you, Forza Horizon 3.
All right, he has chosen. Steve! What is this game that you speak of?
I'd say it's tough. Do I, go for Quantum Break, or
Horde
do I
mode.
want to, or do I want to go, or do I want to risk it for a biscuit and go Recore?
Coltrane.
What? You
Risk
haven't
it
even
for a
seen
biscuit?
Recore. That'd be the
Yeah,
dumbest pick ever.
I said, what? Forza Horizon 3 hasn't even been announced yet.
Yeah, but we know what it's going to be like. We have no
We
clue what
don't know.
Recore is going to be like.
Mate.
It could be Project Gotham Racing.
It's not,
No.
How do you
No.
know? How do you know?
because Phil was.
I know. I know that they.
He already
They
confirmed that. He said he's going to stick with Forza Horizon
Because
for the
Dan
next Forza game.
Greenawalt would put the smackdown on
He
you.
said it in the IGN interview with Ryan McCaffrey.
Okay, good. So we know that because he's been really basically saying but not saying when people ask.
Well, yeah, in the interview around E3, Ryan McCaffrey did with him, he asked them if Forza would possibly get a third type of game besides Horizon and Motorsport, and he said, "No, we're pretty happy with the way things are going right now." So
It wasn't just that he said no; is that when Ryan said it, it genuinely seemed like he was shocked to the core that the concept could exist.
yeah.
I mean, he was playing up to the cameras, but he seemed genuinely like.
Yeah, he said we're happy with Forza Horizon though, and we'll continue with that. So
I'm going to go Quantum Break. It's a Remedy game, and they're my boys. I mean, they're European. Showing some solidarity.
Come on, the European.
that's the
Well-
thing. He's America hater.
He is America.
I can call me America.
Hey, by the way,
You're
the guys.
American.
The guys
Oh,
that make Forza Horizon, European.
They're European.
they're not only European; they're English.
Ooh.
And to be fair, Gears of War Ultimate Edition was
You're
partially.
saying the
based on
English aren't European?
I never knew.
No, he
Well,
said they're not. He said they're not only European. They're also English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm narrowing it. I'm narrowing it down to
Yeah.
my allegiance. But I'm all about Remedy. Sam Lakes, is my bro.
Steve, nobody respects you and nobody cares anymore.
Well, you suck. And
You are
You
a
don't
Gears hater?
You don't even know how to write letters. You use numbers for your name.
No,
That's stupid.
Profit gets 5 to 10% worse than it is currently.
Steve. Coltrane will never forgive you.
57373.
Coltrane never forgets.
You know who's not British?
Woo!
European?
Coltrane loves me because he knows, I've got his back. But
No,
Coltrane
you
also-
don't. No, you don't. If you could only play one game this year,
No, it's a buy.
you don't have.
It's a play.
We got
So
the
therefore-
gist of the question.
So therefore, I can go and play all the other previous Gears
That's
games.
a loophole.
Well, it's a fact. It's a fact. He said if you could only buy one game, I factored that into my considerations.
Yeah.
Yeah, suck it, Vern.
Yeah,
Vernon.
buy one game that came out
The
this
question
year,
isn't-
so you can never play this game in the future.
They'll port it.
You can
to
only
Windows
buy
10.
it. You can't even play
They'll
it.
put it to Windows 10 next year, and then I'll buy it there. Master Race, bitches.
Kick him, ban him.
Ban him. Steve, you were shunted. Steve Hates Gears is the new title
Sea
to
of
this
Thieves?
podcast.
Old No Bone says
No.
no Sea of Thieves love. Well, I
I
mean,
love
we haven't
Sea of
even seen
Thieves.
the game, really.
I have Sea of Thieves love, but I don't think we're gonna have to buy it.
You think it's free to play?
I honestly do, and I think it'll be fine free to play. It looks like the kind of game that could work well.
I don't think it's free to play. I think it's going to be a $60 game.
Free to play.
Mm,
I've
looks
now
like it's free
changed
to
my
play.
mind.
What?
What?
You changed your mind on this?
You can't change your mind already.
You think it's going to be a $60 title?
I think it will.
Yeah,
Why?
I just do.
I convinced them.
Well, could it be like an Ark thing?
No,
Early access? Nah.
No, not early access, but like
That's what Ark is.
no, that's a.
You just
preview.
mean
It's on
an
PC.
open world game?
Like, is it going to have a set price and be a digital? title?
Well, I think it'll just be like Destiny, which was just.
Will it
Right.
have a free to play element where you buy it?
There'll be a demo or something that'll
Like,
work
be a
with
trial.
the
Well,
existing
Destiny's
game.
got a
Like
trial.
Destiny, yeah,
Tomb Raider's
exactly.
got a trial.
Well,
I
it's
almost-
all
I
right.
feel
What do we know from the game? We know
Not a
that
lot.
it has water.
All we know is it's
And-
a pirate game that's shared world.
Okay,
And
let's
we
go-
know that the water looks fucking fantastic.
Okay, they also posted something else with the water again on the captain thing. So, all right, we know that. We know that there were guys that were running to the ship.
You're gonna run around on land. You're gonna get your crew. You're gonna get on your ship, and you're gonna
Right.
all have your roles on the ship, and you're gonna blow up people on other ships.
So
I
you think it's
they're
going to be an online only?
Yes.
100%.
I
Yeah, it's
think
gonna be like
it's
Destiny.
I think they're going to try to emulate what they did with Killer Instinct, but that's just me.
See, I'm
Okay,
thinking more
so-
like Destiny and the Division.
No, but Killer Instinct's not a AAA title.
So I don't think this is going to be a AAA title.
Yes, it
It's-
will.
There's hold on a second. Killer Instinct's had like
Well,
20
how would
people
you?
working
How
on
would
it.
you?
Rare have got 150 people. If it's not a AAA title, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
How would you describe Killer Instinct with a physical copy with all seasons involved? That's a AAA title, in my opinion. If it says a
Well,
physical.
no, that's more like a sort of a compilation of. But they've never done that. Also,
But it's not a compilation. Everything works together.
Because my opinion is
Yeah,
that
Killer Instinct is not a AAA title, though. It's.
I'm not-
I mean,
It's not a
it'll-
compilation now.
it can eventually be one, but it's still not a traditional AAA title.
AAA refers to budget
Size of
and
the
scope.
studio,
I'm
yeah.
not, and I'm not saying that Killer Instinct isn't an ambitious title, but the majority of Double Helix, as far as I can remember, were working on some shit for Amazon and working on Strider. You know, they had what they did with Microsoft and Killer Instinct was a very sort of tight team and budget.
Yeah, and
It-
Microsoft also had their own employees on the
And
project
Microsoft
as well.
didn't spend $40 million on Killer Instinct. I would be very surprised if they did. If
No,
not
they
more.
spent 30, then they said this needs to have multiplayer too. But Steve Byrne. But we don't need to argue about this. We don't
No, we
know.
don't. But
Why
yeah,
do we
you
have to
so
argue
much,
about
old no
something I
bones.
know I'm right at?
Well, I didn't even answer. I don't even get to answer the question. Was I even
Oh.
asked?
Tim,
Oh, the game you want to play?
one game.
2016 or buy in 2016.
Yeah, fair.
Since Steve has officially found a loophole.
What is it, Tim?
Quantum Break.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tim is a good man. I love Tim. Tim knows what's
Yeah,
going down.
I have Quantum Break higher than everyone. These are my I have like Division very high too. So I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna
me too.
lie.
I'm really excited.
I have that game very high. I have Gears 4. It's not as high as you would think, but it's still high. Recore is very high.
You don't know anything about Recore, man. Come
Well,
on.
you're right, but I think it's
No,
you
no,
look at
Vern, you can't.
We
you
haven't
can't say
seen
that.
anything but a CG trailer, and we have some basic ideas of what it
they
might
have
be.
State and they have very good
So,
teams. So
You can be excited for the concept.
You can, but to say
It's a
like
good
that's the
concept.
game you're gonna buy,
It's
if
a
you only
very-
have one game to buy.
listen.
Yeah,
here's
I
the
told
deal.
you I was going to risk it for a biscuit.
That the story it has a real fundamental, tie.
It's got pedigree. It's got pedigree
It
because
has pedigree, but it also
it's
the
got
story,
Inafune and it's got
the
it's got
ball of
armature.
energy that's called what is it called? Mac, Steve.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
robot Mac.
Okay, the robot Mac. The way it takes on different animals, like the dog or whatever, and it takes on whatever, and
You know nothing about this game, sir, other than a 2-minute CG trailer.
right. But let's go into the CG trailer.
But like we don't.
Energy, the ball of energy's name is Mac. Okay, and that transforms into different whatever things. It changed from the dog dying to then that thing that became that other thing. Which
That's a
was
cool concept. We haven't seen anything about this though.
But they've talked about how the sound changes, the environment. Like you can get an idea of the fact that it's not going to be a linear game. You know, they've said it.
I think it's going to be a sort of linear game.
If it's a linear
Nah,
game,
it's
then
open
No,
world.
I think it's going to be linear, like
if
Tomb
it's
Raider.
2D, I'm going to be pissed.
No, it's going to
No,
be like
it's not
Tomb
2D.
Raider.
It's not 2D. They've already said it's not.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah, they
already-
No.
said 3D, but they didn't say open world, right?
They haven't
No,
said it yet.
but
They will do.
I don't think it'll be full open world. I think it's going to be like Tomb Raider with hubs. Like it'll be kind of linear, but there'll be open sections. That's my guess, because they talked about it being somewhat like a Metroidvania, and that's how Tomb Raider is, like a 3D Metroidvania.
It better not be like something like freaking Little Big Planet or something. Like, it better,
It won't be Little Big Planet.
you know,
won't
it
be.
better be something where.
Oh, I gotta respond to something in chat here though. Wicked Soul writes, "Our guys #bearkin." Yeah, I'm a bear.
what is Wicked Soul's freaking his name too? Because I can't find them.
What's your gamer tag, Wicked?
Isn't it the Wicked Soul or
Just
something?
write it in
I did.
tech.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wicked-
I'm definitely a bearkin, and so is Maria.
Wicked, go ahead and write it in Twitch chat for Tim, and we'll see.
Wait,
For those
I'm
and
on
for those who
Xbox.
don't know what a bearkin is, bearkin means you feel like you should have been born a bear or have the spirituality of a bear.
Yeah, but we're gonna move on to Old No Bones' second letter real quick, so that we can. This is
Second letter.
second and
Can I-
last letter.
Oh,
can I just
I'm
point
seeing it
out-
right here.
Can I just point out that Old No Bones did say if Jason can choose Forza Horizon 3, then Recall counts.
No, but
No,
nobody's saying
No.
Recore doesn't count. He can say Recore all he wants, but we can also say it's a bad choice because you don't know two shits about it.
Whereas we know Forza Horizon 3 is going to be like Forza Horizon 2.
It's going to have an
It's
open
basically
world.
gonna
There's going to
be
be a
awesome.
festival, and there's
If
going
there
to
was
be.
a Recore 1 already out and we played it
Yeah.
and it was good and Recore 2 was announced with a CG trailer, that would be different.
It's a valid choice. I
No,
put it as,
I say it's a valid
Second
choice.
letter. Second
but
letter.
people
Second
can
letter.
criticize.
I'm saying second letter because I don't want to hear Steve argue this crap anymore. Letter number 2.
I hate
What would
that.
Nintendo need to offer for you to buy the NX?
I think I can speak for everybody. Nintendo would have to come out on stage and go, "This is our new online system. You're going to have a username. All your stuff will be linked to it. It's going to fucking work 100 times better than PSN. So it'll be half of what Xbox Live is. But hey, it's still a start."
I'll buy it anyway.
I got, here's what they need. They need to come out on stage and announce an HD Pokemon MMO, online MMO.
MMO.
Why do you at that?
Why would you want it to be an MMO?
So you could walk around battling Pokemon.
They already have fucking versions of it. There's a third-party Pokemon MMO, and it's fucking awesome.
Ark's pretty much Pokemon.
It's not Pokemon, no. It's not Pokemon, though.
Yeah, I know.
Ark's
Dude,
different.
come on. Who can argue against an online MMO
let's go
for
baby.
Pokemon?
Let's go baby steps. Let's take
Baby
the,
steps? How about an online
I did go baby steps. I said an
Let's-
online system that's half as good as Xbox, but about 100 times better than PSN. So, we peed there. We'd
Look.
be all be happy.
Oh, I'm not going to be that hard on PSN. PSN is at least half as good. Except
Look.
Look.
But I'm not talking about half as good. I'm just mean that's actually stable and up half
Hey,
the time.
Dusty. How many baby steps do they need on Pokemon? How many Pokemon games are there?
Well, but the point is
How
that
many Pokemon games are there?
yeah, how many sort of full budget RPGs have they put on the console?
Zero.
Zero, and that's why no one
Exactly.
fucking buys it.
Exactly.
why
so
people-
what I'm
That's why
saying
no one
is-
buys the damn thing.
But they're not just going to tell them to go, okay, well, we've never done this.
Hey,
for full
Steve.
budget.
You mean
How many
take a
Wii?
risk?
Wait a second, Steve. How many Wii U's have they sold?
How on earth am I meant to know that?
Everybody
million.
fucking knows it. 10 million.
in
You know
US
how
it's
you
5
sell,
million, right?
Steve,
Yeah.
you know how to
Yeah.
sell consoles? You take risk.
Nintendo has sold 10 million Wii U's, and they've been on market a year before both PS4 and Xbox One.
Look, you can't.
They
tell
are
me-
doing awful.
You can't.
That's
tell
why
me
they had to
it's-
put all their cards on table. We already know that the Nintendo NX is going to launch with the Mario game, and probably it's going to launch with the Zelda game. because we haven't had an actual Mario game in what has it been, like 6 years? A new 3D Mario game, so that's coming.
You can't.
So they're
tell
gonna
me-
they have to be firing on all cylinders.
I wasn't
to make
I wasn't fighting against that. I was just saying that if they're going to make a big budget Pokemon RPG, then chances are they're not going to go straight from these 2D-ish ones to a massive MMO. Let's
I think
Yeah,
they
they'll
will.
just put it on the phones.
let's find
be
a middle,
mobile.
let's find a middle step, and then they can build
Middle
off that.
step? Why
No,
does
but
it need
this
to be a
is
middle step.
but this is going off the idea
Hey, man,
that their next
mobile-
console is going to also be a handheld. It's going to be a
Mobile
handheld console
MMO
thing.
Pokemon.
Yeah, that should already exist. I mean, Nintendo, like, HD Pokemon should have happened this generation already.
That should
Nintendo
be on
should have been.
iPhones. Yeah.
Nintendo should have been
HD
on the
Pokemon should have
foreground,
happened
where
already.
MMO, it's MMO, but it's also real world MMO. They could have coined that fucking phrase where while you're playing your MMO, you can actually have it in your pocket in your DS, pull it out, and battle people where you're at in your real locations in the real world.
Watch the
And
NX
also
be something
be-
stupid like a VR headset.
Oh, it's going to be stupid.
Yeah.
I think we can all confirm the NX is probably going to be stupid.
More importantly, are you guys #bootykin?
Always. Always.
Big
So you feel like you should have been born as a butt?
Yes.
Yes.
For life. For life.
For life.
It's interesting.
The
With
why.
The why.
Tim, if PNF for life doesn't continue to go well, you could just change it to Butts for life.
No, I'm actually, like I said,
you
I
could
I
go-
actually have physical proof of my life with the Y being back to 1998-9.
Hey, Tim, I got an idea. If you go the way of Snoop Dogg, you can change it to PSN for life.
PSN is
No.
down for life.
No.
Is PSN actually down again?
Is it down?
No, I said PSN for life. I didn't
No,
say
I thought that's
PSN
what
down
Steve
for-
said.
Yeah, I said PSN is down for life. I don't think it's
okay.
actually down. It was.
I was confused. I was like,
confused
is it
too.
actually really down?
No, it's not down right now.
It
But they
wouldn't
did
be
give
shocking,
They
but-
did give a day's worth credit to everyone for that day it was down or whatever.
Well, they have to start now.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever it's down, the whole goddamn thing goes down.
I'll be honest. I'm not sure that I'm going to go to the effort of redeeming a whole day.
Yeah, it's not worth it. All right, well, thanks everyone for writing in again. Write us at letters@xboxuncut.com. Need more letters. Lots and lots of letters.
Steve, did you prepare? Did you prepare for me calling your name?
I did not skip.
Skip.
Pass.
Come back to me.
Come back to you. Come back to you. I can't do that. We got to go to news, though, because Steve is unprofessional. He doesn't love people. He doesn't love Gears anymore. I think this is a problem. Like, ever since you gave up on Gears, you're just not the man we used to know.
How did I give up on Gears? Do you know what happened today? Today they tweeted out that they put the assassination playlist back up on Gears Ultimate Edition for this weekend only. And there I was, bam, getting my achievement, mix it up, win a match on all game modes. And I had a Stormer as well. It was genius. I should have seen it.
So after Steve gave up on Gears and he moved pure to Quantum Break, when he threw Gears to the side of the road, when he just opened that door, tossed it out.
He didn't throw it to the side of the road, man. He left it on the road and ran over that shit.
Yeah, he got on the freeway, he fucking threw it on the ground, ran over it himself, and then let a fucking semi hit it. Like, he just didn't-
Right. And then Gears just slowly crawled to the side of the road in pain and agony to die a
Died
slow,
slowly.
terrible death. Nice little beep
Thank-
there.
I'm gonna one day. I'm gonna. Do you guys remember Dark Sector?
No. Oh yeah, I do. Was that
Yeah.
the one with the stupid glaive like Krull?
It's like the disked boomerang.
Yeah, the glaive, as they call them, right?
Okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna do that to you with my Gears Ultimate Edition disc, and you guys are gonna regret ever saying these horrible words to me and my beloved Gears.
Yeah, a glaive. That's what they call them.
It's all semantics. It's
You know what's
it's a
semantics?
boomerang.
I was trying to give you time to,
No, it's not. A boomerang is like two pieces like folded.
Look, you throw
comes
the thing
back.
and it fucking comes back to you. It's a fucking boomerang,
It,
man.
it can function like a boomerang, but it is not a boomerang.
Who do I put a call into to kick this guy?
Okay, look. Vern is the best. Vern is the best kind of correct right now. He's technically correct.
but and yet I was going for loopholes when I pointed out that Old No Bones just said which game would you buy in
Vern is
2016.
technically correct, so he's the best kind of correct.
That's like calling a knife the same as like a throwing star.
They both
Because
cut things.
you can both throw them and stab things with them, and they don't come back when you throw
I
them.
don't, you know,
Yeah.
you just,
They're not the same.
well, I'll call it what I fucking want on this side of the pod, all right?
My broom is kind of like a pike.
That's fucking jibber jabber. Be quiet over there, Jason.
It's like calling a trident a.
A mop. See, they both have ends to them, Vern. So
You
they're
can
the same.
technically stab someone with a mop if you
Yeah.
want. It would
To be
be
honest,
really hard.
I think Aquaman, it would have been more useful to have a mop.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna leave now.
You know why you're leaving? To go play some more Elite Dangerous. Because the average play time on Elite Dangerous is 60 hours.
That's
Which
crazy.
is fucking bizarre.
That means the highest amounts have to be ridiculous to get to average of 60. But it sold
So-
1.4 million copies.
Yeah. Since its full release in the end of 2014.
I want to know what the average playtime on Ark
Wait,
is right now.
wait, okay, so that's since its full release. Okay,
Yeah.
because me and Steve were curious about, wait, end of 2014, okay. I'm thinking, because wasn't the full release in 2015?
No, the full release was at the end of 2014.
I thought that was early access in 2014. It didn't
No, but
fully
it was
release
very
until
end-
2015.
Because they put it on originally, they did the crowdfunding and the game was available on their website, on their store in April 2015. They just said, by the way, it's coming to Steam today.
Huh?
But it was already in early access and then fully launched before they did that. I don't think they
Oh,
really
okay.
wanted to do
Okay.
it, but they knew it was easy money.
So we're guessing they probably sold, like, I don't know, maybe 1 million copies on PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a bit more.
Or a bit less, I guess, for around there.
I'm not trying to downplay the Xbox version, but I can't help but think if they'd done 400,000 plus, Microsoft
I don't
might
know.
say
Game Preview's been doing
Should say
very
that.
well for Microsoft and everybody.
yeah, but 400,000. Well, I just think that Microsoft would have been like, "Hey guys, if you're going to say this about this game, make
Yeah,
sure
but
that you know how fucking
only
well
s-
I've did."
On Steam Spy, it's what, around, like, is it
You said it was
600,000 or so?
700,000.
It's anywhere from 600 to 700,000 on Steam Spy. It sold around 2 to 300,000 before that, right?
It's also
It
extremely
was
niche.
400,000 before that.
Before that? Okay, so it's probably around 1 million or maybe 1.1 million. So they've sold around 300,000 to 400,000 copies on Xbox One, probably.
And you got to figure, it was a $30 game in Game Preview on Xbox, so it's not like it was expensive.
So
I'd say-
even a couple 100,000 is pretty good numbers
yeah,
for this
I mean,
game,
yeah,
I'd
I
say.
think between that and 300 is sort of what I'm getting at. But I think that's a good number.
And that's
a great number.
It's a success.
And the fucking idea that it's been played on average 60 fucking hours is bizarre. Because they're
And it's the
making up a
kinda
lot
game-
of time.
And this is the kind of game that's just going to keep selling over the next few years, probably.
I don't think it has
Just like the game
Minecraft
is.
legs, but I think it's gonna go.
Well, they
for-
just
also-
announced
I mean, it's
Season,
also-
Expansion, yeah.
didn't they?
it's also,
Like Horizons.
It's also extremely niche. I mean, it's not exactly like an extremely popular genre. It's
But
it's
I
an
think,
exploration space game.
yeah, but I think that there's a lot of people that want that sort of game. Like, I mean, it's okay. It's not going to do like 60 million like Minecraft has, but I think that game will go places.
No,
I
it's gonna
mean,
be,
Star Citizen's not that similar, not that different, and they've made like $100 million in
Star
crowdfunding.
Command,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so they can't be. What did I say?
not be,
Star Citizen. So it can't be that niche.
this might not be a popular opinion, but I think Elite Dangerous deserves that kind of money more than Star Citizen does.
Star Citizen, okay, yeah. Well, that's also Chris Roberts, though. His name's attached to it, so that's what's pushing that.
Yeah, but I mean, Elite was a big thing from Frontier.
You're also
I know,
comparing
but
money gain from a service to collect money to develop the game to actually the amount of purchases of the game.
I think this kind of game is niche in the same way as like Dark Souls is. You know what I mean? It can sell, 2-3 million copies possibly.
But that's going to be it.
Yeah, it's not. It's never gonna go. It's never gonna be a GTA or a a Halo or Assassin's Creed.
It has a core audience that
yeah,
loves it,
yeah,
and it's going to sell off that audience.
yeah.
All right. Well, now that we've thrown that topic out the fucking window.
Beep.
I'm sorry, it's my phone. I'll turn it off.
Yeah. fuck that
Xbox
phone.
One owners can try the EA Access Vault for free starting next week, people. That means you can play Battlefield Hardline because all you need is like a fucking day to
Oh,
beat it.
yeah,
To play
man.
Battlefield Hardline.
You can play Peggle.
Yeah, Peggle. You can also play things like Battlefield 4, FIFA 15, Madden 25, Dragon Age Inquisition, NHL 15, Titanfall Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, Need for Speed Rivals, NBA Live 15, Peggle 2, FIFA 14, and Madden 14. Just in case you need to go back and play the older versions of Madden.
Good shit. And you can try all the trials right now too.
Yeah, you can give all the trials a shot.
And you don't even need to have EA access to continue playing the trials. So if you go ahead and just start all your trials right now, you'll have them later, after it expires.
Hold on to them. Play them.
Good shit.
No, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Well, it's pretty good. I mean, they announced their PC version.
Which isn't as good, because it's $5 a month. There's no year subscription.
Yeah, but they're going to have a much bigger range of titles because they've got titles that they didn't publish in there, which is probably gonna. And they've got
Are you
like
saying
a much
it's
bigger
just a
back
humble bundle subscription at this point?
Well,
from now on.
well, it's sort of a lot of their PC games plus this War of Mine, but they're going to add others, and their PC range goes back to like the mid-90s, and they can just add more of those.
And they're
I think
calling it something different too, right? It's called
Origin
Access. Yeah.
so. It'd be interesting to see if it were to come to PS4, if it had which branding it had.
No,
It would be EA Access.
It would be EA.
Yeah, the reason they
Well-
can't, the reason it's not Origin Access on Xbox One or PS4 is, if it comes to PS4 eventually, is because
I wonder
they
if-
can't compete. They can't put other third-party games on it, because that would be like pulling from things, I guess.
If
Xbox
Sony
Live
hated
and
it
PS Plus
now,
would do.
they
Yeah,
would really
exactly.
hate it if they started fucking poaching third parties.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I wonder if Microsoft, once Sony made their rather ridiculous statement. I mean, I completely understand your argument, Vern. Once Sony made their statement, I reckon that right now, Sony are like, oh man, we really shouldn't have fucking done that. But if Microsoft have tied them down,
Possibly,
and
yeah.
Sony want to get it on there, whether or not they might compromise on the branding to get it on there quicker than, Origin Access.
Well, we know Peter Moore was upset about it, so.
Yeah. It'll be on PS4 this year.
Depends on how long they locked it down.
I don't even think it's locked down. I think as long as PlayStation Now's there, it's not going to happen.
I think that Microsoft because Microsoft
You know how much
get
money
the
they've
service
put?
thing.
You know how much money they've put in PlayStation Now right now? That they can't give up on that service. If they give up on that service, it's dead.
But PlayStation Now.
Steve, for the record, you did say that it would be now. I believe you said it would now be on PS4 last year at this time.
Yeah, at E3.
It's not coming.
PlayStation Now, they can't give up on it, dude.
Yeah, but PS Now and EA Access aren't the same.
No, but it's
Here's the
directly
bottom line
competing.
about EA Access. It's a nice thing, but
There's the reason they didn't allow it in the first place. It
What's
takes
going to happen?
That was because of PS Plus, not PS Now.
No, what's going to happen is Microsoft's going to double down on this shit. They're going to lock it down for a little longer, and then they're going to put the 360 games on it as well.
The problem is that it takes away money that can be used for other subscriptions on their platform, and they want all that money to go to all the extra money to go to PlayStation Now.
And
PS
Plus.
Now it's like $100 subscription, whereas EA
Yeah,
it's
and that's why
$30.
they don't want EA Access there because it's
Because it's going to undercut them by a fucking large margin.
And it's even better because you don't have to stream the games.
Well, it's not even just PS Now; it's also PS Plus, the Instant
It's
Games
both.
collection stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet you if you looked at the amount of people that had Xbox Live Gold and EA Access, there were very few people that said, "Oh, I'm not going to get Gold, but I'm going to get EA Access."
Yeah, but that's different.
I think the crossover between the two.
Yeah.
I don't see you choosing.
No, but
in my opinion, the public's very stupid, and they don't understand how good of a good deal EA Access is.
I think we have a show title.
The public is very stupid. Tim,
Really, I
Tim.
mean, it's just it is a
Put it
great
on the
thing.
box.
It's a
Put it
Get
great
it on the
thing,
box.
and there's a lot of value to it. But people don't realize, like I just don't think people realize how it works, or they
I can
find value in it. Like as a gamer, you
Tim
understand it as value.
Tim
I
Dog,
don't-
you're like the Donald Trump of the Xbox
I
community.
don't want to say stupid. I would
That's
say
harsh.
ignorant.
I don't say that. That's harsh. You're
Whatever.
trying to
They're
insult
just
us.
clueless. Like like you could have
Say it how it is.
16
Yeah.
games.
Look,
and you could play that. I mean, even like
I just want to tell you,
soccer
Vern,
mom.
I want to build a wall, okay? A wall away from Sony fans. I want to build a wall. It's going to be a beautiful
I
wall.
don't think. Look, I think.
And they're gonna pay for it.
They're going to pay for it. We're going to get the Sony fans to pay for the wall to keep them out, okay?
No, my opinion though is that it's a nice thing, but it's not something that's a must-have. And one of the reasons why is because I just don't think people understand what goes on with it. They don't understand the value of, or like people that buy these systems for their kids. They don't understand that you can get 15 games or how it works, or for whatever reason they're not. It's not selling like you would think it should, but it's selling good, but it's not.
It's a combination of two things, Tim. It's you got fanboys that want to hate it because it's Xbox exclusive, or because
Marketing.
it's EA, and then you have people that are ignorant of it. And I know ignorant's a bad word, but all it means is that you just don't know about it.
They're not marketing it enough. They need to be including EA Access with every
But they
Xbox
are. I
sold.
mean,
They
it was
did.
at
They
E3.
bundled it with-
They got to
they
put a
bundled it with the
3-month.
FIFA. They did it with FIFA. And they did it with.
Just certain games. They got to put they got to work a deal with EA and
Nobody
put a
understands
3-month
it.
Yeah,
It's
but-
you-
put a
you-
three
your-
and put
your
a
soccer
3-month
mom's
sub
not
with
gonna
every
understand.
box. No, you
But
put a
that is going
3-month
to cost.
three-month sub with every box.
That is going to cost them a lot of money.
Yeah,
Well, they
people
need to
are gonna
do it.
expect it as a service. It's their service.
Well, that's why they're doing
it's
this
just
free.
Electronic Arts service, not Xbox.
Well, maybe if they do this, then they can lock it down for another year or two.
It's
you
not
know?
that big of a deal, though. That's the bottom line. It is good, yeah, but it's not like people are just going in droves. It's doing.
I would
if it was
if
that
I
big of a
didn't
deal,
know.
Sony would have caved. Put it
Look,
that
if
way.
I didn't know a lot about Xbox, I wouldn't even know the service existed. It's
Yeah,
not.
well, people
It's not
don't.
advertised enough.
Even if it is advertised, they had that commercial with that guy, Flip Guy, with
Yeah, I never saw it on TV once.
You
I
know,
just saw it on
but
YouTube.
even a mother who's going to buy their kid a Christmas present is going to watch that and not know what the fuck's going on.
Now, to be fair, there was an EA Access bundle. They're doing this free EA Access weekend.
They did, yeah.
Not like
I mean,
they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
but it's
They gotta
not
do more of it.
something that's
No, I agree. They
breaking
should
down
be.
barriers.
It's like everyone got mad that EA was on stage at E3, and all they basically were doing at E3 was advertising EA Access. I mean, they're out there doing it. It's just,
Yeah.
I agree they need to go out there and do it more, but
I just don't see. I don't think. I just don't find the public, the buying public that has no idea about video games is so ignorant and they're so clueless that they don't understand something like this value, how you can beat the system, how you get discounts. Yeah,
That's right, Tim. That's right. And that's why you and everybody that you know, everybody listening right now, should go tell people about XboxUncut.com and subscribe to our podcast to learn about all the wonderful things of Xbox and the community and to know how to get the best values out of your entertainment. Because we're here for you.
And buy Drive Club.
And it's by far one of the most valued.
And I'm trying to
valued
move on
purchases
from the
you can make.
subject.
That's the thing, but for me, it has the most value.
No, it definitely
It has
does.
a tremendous amount of value. That's just, it's not really taking as. It's not.
How
It's
would
not,
you guys feel about a Rockstar Access?
What's going to
I'll
be in
take
it?
it.
And on that note,
I'll take a.
Rockstar North studio head Leslie Benson has departed.
Look, I will take an EA access from every single company in existence.
Rockstar has confirmed that Leslie Benzies, studio head of
NeoGaf
Rockstar
might
North, has
decide.
departed the company and has in fact not been in the office since September 2014. Benzies joined Rockstar North back in 1999 when it was still DMA Design. He played a huge role in the development of the Grand Theft Auto series and went on sabbatical following the release of Grand Theft Auto 5.
I would have done
Well-
if I'd made a game that controlled like that.
So Benzies just left and said, "You know what? I don't think I
out.
liked it there. I'm not
I'm
going back."
Well, actually, it kind of sounds like he's retired.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he was
And he's
probably
like-
like, I
and he's-
sold
and
a
he's like
shitload of
mid-40s.
games. I made my
Worked my
money.
ass off for 15 years. I'm gonna quit.
I'm
The
done.
news story. People have made life choices.
Yeah.
It's like,
Uh,
why this is news. It's like, he's not
One more
working.
bit of news that isn't in here, and it's another similar story. Is Brian Horton left Crystal Dynamics, and he was the creative director of Rise of the Tomb Raider.
That was a fantastic game.
So now the studio head and the creative director have both left in the space of 2 months.
Right after Rise of the Tomb Raider shipped. Yes.
Game
Heads-
over,
head-
man.
heads
Game
been-
over,
heads
man.
been rolling there.
But we know the studio head went to Activision.
So there's not going to be another Crystal. There's not going to be another.
Tomb Raider? I'm sure
Yeah.
there will be.
Well, not by him.
Not
Well,
by
not
him.
Not by
but
him, but there
That's a
definitely be
big
another
studio,
I don't
man.
think, do people not realize the amount of people that move across game development studios once a game's done? Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
true.
exactly
So
uncommone.
that seems like yeah. He's probably onto a different project.
It'd be,
Well,
it'd
You
be
know
one-
who
like,
else is on to different projects? Titanfall Studio hiring for a new third-person action adventure title. They're hiring these people. Maybe, just maybe, they're going to Respawn. Maybe. Maybe
No.
Titanfall is going to get the story it deserves.
Ooh, that's
We're
a
gonna get
juicy
the
one.
we're gonna get the picture-in-picture cutscenes we deserve.
I doubt Brian Horton would be going over to Respawn because
Well,
they already have
well,
Stiggs working on his own game.
Well,
so
do you know the games
Yeah.
that Brian Horton has done?
yeah,
Right.
Let's give me them.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider was I think that was his first actual creative director role.
So he continued on as Tomb Raider.
No, he became a creative director. He moved up to creative director for Rise of the Tomb Raider. Before that, I don't think he was creative director.
Maybe we can expect Tomb Raider with wall running in the future.
So he's not gonna he's not gonna leave a company and then go down a notch. You know what I mean?
What do you think
If
he's
he-
going to do? You think he's going to?
If he goes somewhere, he's gonna go and make his own
He's
game.
gonna be
probably.
a director.
Yeah,
Could,
He's
could
gonna make
Xbox
Uncharted
be
5.
Xbox be talking to him right now?
Anyone
Possibly.
could be Sony.
I wouldn't be
They should
surprised.
I
Are
think
they?
Sony will
Nah, they have a good relationship with Crystal Dynamics, so who knows? Maybe, but I mean, maybe he would take a position kind of like what Casey Hudson's doing, or maybe what's his name, Joe Staten.
Yeah.
So
All right, moving on. GameStop rakes in nearly $3 billion over the holidays. This, I want to chalk it up to bad news because I was really hoping they were going out of business.
you don't want them to go out of business, but they make up half of console sales in the United States just by themselves. So when they go out of business, does that half suddenly go to Walmart and Best Buy to buy
I
them?
would hope.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say all that half does. That means it's probably a shrinking market if they go out of business. So we don't want them to die.
GameStop.
I know they suck, but we don't want them to die.
I want them to die, but they can't die.
I want
Yeah.
them to replace with a better company through competition.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. But there's who's going to open up a competing store
No one
now?
can. No one can. No one has the capital. Google, you'd need
Right.
a company like Google or Microsoft to have the capital to compete with GameStop. Like, it's just
Right.
not going to happen.
All right,
Unless
you know
the
what
oil
is
company
happening?
wants to open
People
one.
said it for years that it wasn't going to happen, and DC Universe Online is coming to the Xbox One, the first Microsoft release for the Sony company.
Hey, H1Z1
Yeah.
coming
H1Z1's
soon.
coming.
If EverQuest Next, if that ever happens, that's
Yep.
who knows when that's going to come out.
But this was announced on the Colin and Greg show, the live stream. So that's cool.
I'm sure they were really sad.
Yeah, but I wanted to like go back and watch it.
We
just to
lost
see
our
them
exclusive. Oh no!
Go, oh, more
DC
people
Universe
to play it.
Online is alright.
It's not bad.
It's
It's
not
not
bad,
great.
but it's not great.
bad. It's just.
It's no City of Heroes. I mean,
It
It's
is
better than
literally.
Neverwinter.
We need to make money on an MMO, so let's make an MMO, and that's what they did. And it's just an okay MMO.
I wish City of Heroes would come back.
Yeah.
You can play Champions online.
I
No.
think
Yeah.
we might see some of those games on Xbox maybe down the line.
What,
you know
City
you
of
don't have
Heroes?
to wait
No.
to see.
No.
Yeah, those type of games like those MMO. I think the Xbox is changing a little in the way it is. I mean, it's definitely a first-person shooter, first console. but-
Online community type games seem to be pretty successful.
Yeah,
on
like
Xbox.
you look at Ark and I mean, last night I was playing it, and those with Beard and these two people came on, and they had this crazy story about how they had this big fight with this other tribe, and how that they're out of the tribe and that they want to join our tribe because they saw Beard's tweets and this and that. But like, there's like so much social activity in that in a game like Ark or a game like.
Well, that's why Destiny's so successful on
exactly
the Xbox One as well.
Yeah,
and
it seems like we have a strong.
Definitely not its
outlet.
quality.
I don't know if
And
Destiny
that's-
has the same thing that Tim's talking about.
Right, I agree, but I understand what he's saying, that there is this like online element that
No, but you're
Xbox
talking
it's
about a social
attractive to
element.
people.
And-
Yeah, but Destiny's got a big social element to it.
No, but
Yeah.
it's not
Well,
the same. Like,
you know,
like
Ark-
I've
It's
never.
different. Yeah.
No, but
it's like
like
they have
Ark has.
tribe talking or
No, but Ark is literally a political drama as you play a dinosaur game. It is
Yes.
literally going, that clan over there,
No, but
fuck them, fuck
my
their lives.
point-
There was this one time it's
Yeah,
so much
but that's
deeper
not.
than
That,
what
that,
this
that wasn't
does.
my. I wasn't comparing the
I'm just saying you're
actual
doing a
gameplay.
disservice.
I was comparing the idea of
what Ark
communities
does.
moving from game to game on
yeah,
Xbox
I-
One, and
I
that's what
agree.
they do. That's what they do. You have a community of maybe anywhere from 10 to 30 people, and they say, "Hey, what game are we going to buy next?" And they move to that game. That happens a lot on Xbox, and it doesn't seem to happen as much on Sony consoles.
I agree. There's some
The
like
cool thing
typical-
about Ark is like when you join a server. And by the way, you remember when we used to have such hard times joining servers?
Yeah.
It's still happening,
Yeah,
but
it's,
it's still just as
I
bad.
think
Game's
they're-
still selling.
it's still
um,
selling. It's doing really.
Which was
interesting.
funny because everyone said it was being caused by the free trials, but it's clear not anymore. But the funny thing is when you join a server, it's awesome how in between these probably 140 people that probably play on the server frequently, I'd think double the population maybe, and it's like a little neighborhood of people,
Right.
tribes, and
But
you
it's
get
bigger
to
than
know
that.
everyone.
Yeah, you get to
Yeah.
know everyone, and there's a lot of there's a lot of political stuff that goes on.
See, I
like-
wonder if Sea of Thieves is going to have that element, or if they're going to go more like Destiny.
I
It'd
hope
be
they
awesome
have
if they had
more
that
like
element.
Ark.
I don't think anything's gonna be like Ark.
No, but if I had if it had one
Like
of
a
the two
community
that I could
element?
choose, I'd rather it be more like Ark because it's more fun to go. Like when you log into Ark and somebody
Right.
has to sit there and tell you like 10 lines, like a 10-minute conversation about how the other tribe was trying to fuck with our tribe and how we need to start doing other things and we need to prepare for this tribe to do this and
Yeah.
there's another tribe down the street and it's all dynamic and it's literally
Yeah.
a real
Imagine that with
drama.
pirates and boats.
It's
Yeah.
a real. What is it? What are you saying? It's a real time drama.
Yeah,
What
it's a
did you
real time. It's a political drama.
That's
Yeah, it's
like-
like political drama. It really is.
Kind of like Eve
Good way to
Online in a way.
And
Yeah,
by the
definitely.
way,
Well, but it's so crazy. Like this person comes in and like people are so serious about this. Like like it really like you would think that this is like like real
Their
life.
life. That happens in MMOs, though, man. That happens all
And-
the time.
Well,
Like-
this is the first time I've seen it, and like
No,
when I
but
tell you
like
this
the
person
thing
was
is
like,
in MMOs it does happen, and you do have roaring tribes. But because you're actually building bases in a real world and sharing resources,
It's more
and having
important.
To compete,
Yeah.
it is so much more important.
Well, that's
Like,
how
it-
Eve Online is. That's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of dynamic.
I think you're completely right. That's the closest resemblance to it is Eve.
that's like we built
Eve-
a big.
Eve has one giant server, though.
Yeah.
If this game
That-
had one giant server, that
oh
would be
my
incredible.
god. Oh, my
That's
God.
like in this game, we built a big bridge to Carno Island, and we changed up the dynamic of the entire server because of that.
Well, hopefully
Stuff
this
like
game
that.
That's
is
what we were
so much
talking
of a
about.
success that they can grow to the point where they can go giant servers and not
It-
just these
yeah.
smaller servers.
70s, yeah.
Microsoft needs to buy Ark.
Yeah,
They'd have to
agreed.
buy like 4 development teams
Well, the
or
problem
something like
is that
that.
the guy comes from Microsoft, so I don't think he's
Oh,
gonna
does he?
just.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a former. He just was an employee of Microsoft.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
he's
can't
not
wait
gonna
to sell
just-
back to him.
Yeah, I don't really
Hey,
see that
some
happen.
have. It's happened.
Well, he could just cash out, but the thing is that this game is going to need a. This game is going to be updated, and it's going to be transformed, and it's going to be.
It's going to get bigger and bigger.
It's going to have things where, you can report a thatch, where you put a foundation, and there's so many elements that need,
The game needs work.
jurisdiction, and there's never been a game really that I've really seen like this. There's so much of the social element that it's actually becoming like it's becoming something where the developers are going to have to either fix or address certain aspects where these tribes go around and they throw down
it's
foundations.
becoming a platform.
Right.
We need
And-
general.
No, but
management.
here's the thing. Like, people throw down thatch. Like, people try to do that around our base. Like, just throw down thatch foundations. And we have literally gone to their base and literally completely isolated all of their wood and everything so that they couldn't get to their own
We'd
shit.
also cut alpha T-Rexes to their base to destroy it all.
Yeah, so what
Well, you
kiting-
guys are PvP or PvE?
PvE.
No, PvE. Because in PvP, we could just go over there and kill them. But in PvE, what you have to do is you get a big T-Rex that's really
You
fucking
grief them.
powerful, and you, like, throw a rock at it and get it to follow you until you fucking get to their base, and you just let it go. And in that way, that fucking dinosaur destroys their base.
And by the way, we only do
is
it.
always funny.
We only do it to people that deserve it. To be fair.
Usually they kite us first, and then we go, okay, you want to play that game? Let's do this. But, I mean, it's just fun. But you don't get that in other games. Like, you don't see that in Destiny. I mean, yeah, we got a roaring
Nothing like
tribe
this.
in Destiny. It's like, well, it's only like 12 people in a fucking map, and like, you're not really going to be fighting each other. You can't shoot each other. I mean, what do? Going to complete a drop together? Like, all right. This, you're sitting there like, that tribe has been fucking with us for like 2 weeks.
And you're real
They've been-
serious about it, though. Like,
Yeah.
Like I mean, I can't press how much people feel so emotional. Like, this person came in there, and these people were like, oh, like screaming and like, we need to join this, and we'll like, this is person talking to Beard, like, we'll help you out, we'll work hard, we'll be, like real, like as if it was really happening, and Beard was like, yeah, sure, we could do it, and he took him in. But like, that's how like serious this game is, and I've never seen anything like it. Like, and it seems to be even growing more and more, and I can't imagine this game in
And adding
2
alliances,
years.
and we already have a tribe that we're going to have an alliance with, and all kinds of stuff. They're going to add a bunch of more stuff to social elements.
But another great thing that we did is, like, even at that point, because we're having the same issue where people keep coming up, hey, can we join your tribe? Your tribe's amazing. Can we join it? Can we join it? So we ended up taking our first base, completely transforming it, putting a giant house up, and saying this is a starter base, and as you move up in the clan, then you can get to the bigger base. Then, like, we would literally have boot camps for people and put them into our clan so they can level up, so they can become part of, like, actually get a higher rank in the clan.
I mean, this is going to be your most played game ever in your life.
Pretty
No,
much.
it's not.
It already is for me. almost.
Minecraft.
Minecraft says hello and goodbye.
Have you still been playing Minecraft?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
For
So
me,
Jason,
it probably is. I've been playing this game constantly since it
This
came out.
this is all just filler for when Gears 4 comes out, and then we're going to be on a horde mode, and all these dinosaurs.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what Gears of War is filler for. Minecraft 2. Because whenever they decide to launch that, that's another 5,000 hours of gameplay.
They'll never launch they're not going to launch Minecraft 2 for a very
Not
long
for
time
years.
if it ever happens.
It will eventually. I guarantee it.
Maybe in like 10 years.
Minecraft: The Reckoning. This was going to be called. But talking about a game that it is a sequel. But this game has had DLC nonstop. It's been fantastic. Diablo 3: Reaper of Souls. Loads of new content. Patch 2.4 brings a new zone, Grey Hollow Island, with entirely new enemies, as well as new dungeons, challenges, and an assload of new items and powers. We arrive on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on the new season commencing January 15th. The date is to start the new season. It's fucking awesome. I don't know if you've... So it came out today, and they've added so much more to Diablo 3. And this is a game I've already put probably about 80, 120 hours into. I don't know. It's a crazy amount of time. And it's being hit with a huge update.
Well, hasn't this update allegedly balked the performance on both Xbox One and PS4?
I've not played it, so
it has.
Apparently, on both of them, they now run awfully.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
So,
that blows.
Yeah, so hopefully they get this patch quickly. But still, I mean, Diablo's awesome with how many patches and all the content. It's a great value, especially considering it's been on sale for really cheap a bunch of times recently. So,
Yep.
if you haven't
It's
played
worth
it yet
picking
and it
up.
goes on sale, get it. It's worth it.
All right. I got 2 news stories I'm going to roll up into one. Ability to see who is in party returning to Xbox One. Microsoft executive shows a video. Whoop-de-doo, we're finally getting that feature back. It's going to be about damn time. And then music isn't coming to Xbox before summer. Background music.
Lame.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't listen to other music when I play video games. I know a lot of people do, though, so hopefully they get it up after E3.
Yeah, it's pretty
Music
lame.
isn't really a particularly big deal to me, generally, so... I suppose you do want it, though.
Why was this guy banned? Nathan Go King
He,
Live?
he said talk about Street Fighter 5, so I was like,
so
screw this dude.
he didn't say anything bad though.
It seemed like he was trying to egg us on to do console war shit, so...
Fire him.
Fire him.
I didn't ban
Thanks,
him, actually. I
Trump.
just timed him out, so
Oh,
he'll be able to chat again in a little bit. He can watch the channel, all that good stuff.
Wait, we
okay.
can time people out.
Yes.
Yep.
Time you out.
Do I
Yeah,
have the ability to
do
do
not
this?
tell Steve this ability.
Steve, I am fucking banning
How do I-
you as we speak.
Well, no, hold on a sec. I didn't say it was gonna... How do I... Oh, yeah, I'm a moderator. How do
How
I
do
do
I
this?
do it?
I just timed you out, Steve.
Get in the corner.
How's it feel, Steve? How's it feel?
What the fuck? You are banned from talking in Xbox Uncut for 590 more seconds. Since the turn of the year, I'm seeing a whole different side.
You can
to
talk about
guys.
releases, though.
Oh, you're not worthy anymore. Is that really it for news?
Yeah, that's it for news.
Yeah, is there anything else to talk about? Well, NPD, they lost.
I think they all both sold over 1 million, though. Did we get anything?
Yeah. Xbox was at like almost 1.4 million, and
Wow.
like was 1.3 something. I forgot. It's almost
What was-
1.4 million.
What was
Okay.
Sony at?
Like
Nearly
1.6 or 7.
1.6?
No, I don't think it was that high.
Was it almost 1.6? Like
think
1.5
so.
something? Yeah.
What was
No,
it
that-
like, overall? Do you know, Steve?
What, Sony?
Yeah. What was the differentiate?
I think it was
So
like
it's
1.38 to 1.5 something. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
close.
Sony was 1.582 and Microsoft's was 1.376. There's just over 200k between them.
I'm not
Wow.
saying the PS4 is doing bad, but I'm looking at this bar graph. The PS2 did insane numbers.
Yeah, it did.
Like that's crazy. I mean,
yeah.
the PS4 is going to outpace it, but like just
Not
to see,
in the long run. No
You don't
one will
think so?
ever have. No one will
No,
ever
but
Do you
have
think that
PlayStation 2
PS4 will
numbers.
ever slow
No,
down?
I'm just looking at this chart. Like it's fucking insane what the
PS4 is
PS2
still-
did.
PS4 is the cheapest it's been is $299, and that was for a limited period. Whereas the PS2 wasn't at this equivalent stage was already $199.
Yeah,
got a
no,
good
it
way
was.
to go.
Do you think that it's ever going to slow down?
Yes, because they're going to want to do another generation and get another console out.
When do you
Especially
think,
since they're going VR.
But I mean, they're at an alarming rate. Do you think that they're gonna, ever fizzle out?
They're gonna stretch it out as long as they can, but I think they're gonna have to put out a console a lot sooner than they had to when the PS2 was popular. You know what I mean?
I think third parties and Microsoft are gonna
push it. Yeah.
Be insisting that they kind of not unless. The only other thing that they could do is if Microsoft were to try to do something early, which extended it for them, which then might enable Sony to extend it. But I don't know if that's feasible. Or
no, but if you look at, this guy has a bar graph of both all three generations of PS2, 360, and PS4. Those three generations, and 360 PS3 is outpacing both these generations.
No.
Both the PS2. Yes, it is.
Wait, PS3, Wii U.
The PS3, 360, and the Wii.
Well, the Wii was a freaking.
No, I'm just saying they're outpacing.
If you remove the Wii from it, which I know it's kind of cheap to do that, but if you remove it, then we're kind of.
No, of course.
Well, I think you have to compare HD consoles to each other.
No, the Wii counts.
I don't count the Wii because I see the Wii as a group of people who shifted to mobile, not necessarily hardcore gamers or anyone that would even consider buying another console the next generation. It was kind of a fad. I mean, it was the popular thing to do was to buy a Wii. Old people were buying Wiis.
Isn't the popular thing to do right now to buy a PS4?
Kind of, but not in the same way.
That's what I'm saying.
Not in the same way.
I think
not in the same way.
I think the PS4 is picking up some of that, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Not as much though. I mean, like
the Wii was just
the Wii reminds me of like when Rock Band was popular. It's that kind of fad.
Well, I'm not trying to say the Wii is not a juggernaut.
The PS4 is a bit of a fad right now because of the stuff Xbox went through.
Somewhat, but it's not getting people who are like old fogies who just want to play a game.
But if you were going to look at
waggle something around,
but here's the thing: we're talking about generations, not specifically the consoles.
I have a hard time including the Wii in a lot of these numbers because I kind of see it as a
gimmick and not a console.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. And if you look at Nintendo's consoles over time and remove the Wii, it's consistently downhill. You know what I mean?
No, of course.
That's why I kind of see it as just an anomaly.
It's not a trend at all. The Wii, I should say.
I think the PS4 is a bit of a gimmick.
The Wii U is a trend.
Not a complete gimmick, but it's a bit of a gimmick. This is the console for the gamers. Microsoft doesn't care about gamers.
Well, I mean, that kind of happened with the 360 last gen, too. It's on a bigger scale with the PS4. I mean, that happens. It's the dominant console, and if you're the dominant console, people are going to tend to buy that one because they're going to buy the thing other people have if they're going to choose only one. So, and that's just going to continue. And I think we're going to see it stay at like a 2-to-1 type ratio because of that.
Yep. The only thing that's going to stop Sony is if they keep shooting themselves in the foot, and it won't affect them until the next generation.
Yeah, they just don't have to mess up.
Sony would have to get hacked for like a whole month or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about if their service keeps going
something
down nonstop, like over and over every month, like they have at least one outage, by the next generation, word of mouth will have been, but the online sucks. Like it's just.
I mean, it is kind of known that Xbox is better, but I had this one guy with the PSN that went down. He told me he was like, sorry about that. He was like, oh, if they're down for this 3 days, it's going to be such a huge effect. I'm like, that's not going to be a huge effect at all. You know what I mean? Like they would have to go down for a really long time for it to really start to shoot back at them, because that's how much goodwill they've built up.
Well, I don't even think that even if it did go down for a long time, it would shoot back at them.
Yeah,
people didn't seem that overly particularly upset when the hack happened.
Not like DRM.
They're not even still. People aren't. What they should be doing if people were actually on Sony's ass this generation, they should have two-step authorization by now. They don't.
That's my biggest, and people don't want to talk about that, but yeah, I've been very outspoken about that.
That needs to happen.
I appreciate that it's not good they don't have it, but I bet Sony's
No,
excuse
it's
would
not
be,
that
well,
it's not
well, hold
good.
on, let me finish.
That's a standard.
Let me finish.
Let 57373 talk.
Is that Sony will probably say, well, actually, a lot of people, the
I'm
vast
done.
majority of people don't use two-step authentication, which is the reason why Sony haven't bothered to implement
That's
it.
bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's
The vast majority of
bullshit.
people nowadays do subscribe
Really?
to using
I mean, come
two-step.
on.
That's bullshit.
Do they?
Apple does
Two-step's
it.
Yes,
not
they do.
commonly used. Almost every service has its standard now. That's fucking bullshit.
Facebook forces you to do it. Everything literally harasses you to give them your phone number so you can set up two-step nowadays. Like, everything does,
PayPal.
except for PlayStation. I mean, the
PayPal,
idea
Amazon.
that two-step's not a big thing today is insane.
I didn't say it wasn't a big thing. I just said that I think you'd probably be surprised at the amount of people that don't use it. I mean, on Google, from my experience,
they
it was
use
quite
it.
easy. It's quite easy to palm them off. I mean, yeah.
No, you're wrong.
I think if
I'm
I
going to
think
tell you
if
right
Sony-
now, Steve, you're totally fucking wrong. You're just wrong.
People use it on Google. They just don't realize they're using it. Two-step isn't invasive. It's not exactly two-step.
Like if
doesn't-
you sign on and if you sign on from a different location and you make a
I'll
post,
tell you.
it's gonna say something. It's gonna say like that. I've had it on Facebook happen.
Yeah, it's pretty standard now. That they
yeah.
don't have it is kind of ridiculous.
It's
but
disgusting, but I don't think it's the end of the
this
world
is
or
a
anything.
Xbox
But it's
podcast, so
yeah.
It's the end of the world for me buying anything digitally from them.
No, everybody does the same thing when they buy digital on PlayStation, and if you don't, you should do this. You put your credit card in, you buy the
Take it
thing you
off.
want, you take that shit off exactly after that. Or you go to the store, you buy PlayStation Plus points, and then you just never fucking put your credit card on that service.
I think the better idea is just to buy, if you're going to buy games on the PS4, don't buy digital, because they've already shown that little fuck over people that get their accounts hacked. So don't even buy digital at all.
well, you could say that for any
No, they
service
have a
that's
history.
digital.
No, but
They
here's
have
the
a
thing:
huge history.
if you
they have
get
history.
permabanned on Xbox, you can still load up your account, download all your games, and play. If you get permabanned on PlayStation, you cannot. You lose all your games.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not
Jason.
I'm not being.
I just don't.
about it,
I'm
you
going
know?
to tell you right now: don't be a dick on PlayStation because you can lose all your stuff. And then
And don't
if you're
do chargebacks on PayPal.
yes,
Never.
You get don't do that.
they will
Actually,
permaban.
don't
your
actually
account.
don't
that
use
on Xbox.
actually just don't use PayPal on PS4. Honestly,
And just
Don't do it on
just
Xbox,
buy
Tom.
if you're gonna buy digital on PlayStation, go ahead and buy the points. You can buy them on Amazon. They'll send you the code. Then you can that way you know Amazon won't screw you, and then you're good to go. You can buy your games digitally. Just don't be a dick on the party chat and get banned because you said something insane.
Or have sex with your camera on like an idiot, like
Yeah.
someone on the subreddit did.
I just wouldn't trust them with my credit card. That's all I was saying. But
But see, I wouldn't buy something and then take it off afterwards because I bet they probably don't. Their service is a bit shitty. They probably just leave it on there. You just can't see it.
yeah, it's probably true.
I would just get a
Oh, we
prepaid
know that.
card.
Like our bank, for instance, we won't name our bank. I've even gotten them to admit it over the phone that the system they use and they see is completely different from the system they show you. And the actual system where they give you like overdrafts and everything is part of their system. Like you can't even correctly see anything. So every company does shit like that.
But well, let's move on from this subject. Let's move on to game releases. Steve,
Okay.
you've had like an hour. I hope you're ready.
I do have the list up. Doesn't appear to be that many, to be honest. So just sort of something that launched last night was Oxenfree, which is like a 2D, supposed to be like a horror, psychological sort of adventure game. People were raving about the story. And also, it went up a day early. The Games with Gold for Xbox One called Zeros, which is like it's a 3D brawler. That went up last night. That's usually $20. On the 19th of January, we have A Boy and His Blob, which was originally, I believe, a game that was remade for the Wii, which is now coming to next gen. That's supposed to be pretty good. Also on the 19th is Resident Evil Zero HD, which is their remaster, which looks quite good, and apparently they've added a bunch of new content and stuff, which sounds exciting. And the final game, I'll be completely honest with you and say I'm not quite sure what it is. It's called Albedo Eyes from Outer Space. I say not sure what it is because I think I did try to look and still couldn't work out what the fuck it was.
Is that another one of those gamer tag games? We're still gonna go on with those. That sounds like a gamer tag. Eyes from Outer Space.
You're a night watchman at Jupiter Secret Base, set in an old, partially abandoned research facility in a remote countryside location. Jupiter is the main laboratory of the Olympus group. Oh, is it like an FPS? I think. Yeah, it is. It doesn't look particularly very good. It's got mixed Steam reviews.
Yeah, that probably means it's bad.
It's
just like, Steve's taste in games.
Wow.
Fucking choosing Quantum Break over Gears.
Look, I like new things.
I don't care, Steve. You chose wrong.
Look, and then you go and ban me from the chat, and I still can't fucking talk in it.
Ban
I can now.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
Fuck you.
Can you, Steve?
This is fucking Jake. You unban me. No, you take it off. I'm trying to converse with our fans. Unblock me.
I can't actually. He's kind of stuck for 600 seconds.
I had 600 more, I think.
Wow.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I didn't. You can only do 600 at a time, and that's it.
We reset you like 3 times, but
yeah, we could tell why bullying Steve. Maybe
let me tell you why.
Show.
Steve chose wrong, and there's only a few times in the year I can really honestly say this, and
also it said
Steve
buy, not play. There's plenty of other games that I've got. Yeah, fuck you, Vern, sending me a Twitch message saying, ha ha ha, you're... I didn't even know that Twitch had instant messaging like this.
I know, that's why I did it.
Alright.
So is that all the releases, Steve?
Is that it, Steve?
He's not talking to you anymore.
The 360 games with gold. What was that?
Yeah, Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Good game.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame it's not the director's cut.
Then what was the Xbox One game called?
Zeros.
Yeah, it's just a kind of garbage beat 'em up game, right?
I don't know if I'd say garbage. I haven't played it, and I probably won't play it. I feel like I've got a nice cycle going around with games with gold games where I judge them significantly, knowing full well that actually I've never played a single fucking one of them. So.
I just got a message from Prophecy saying there's no way to treat the MVP. Well, I just added another 600 seconds. I'm just throwing it out there.
Are you fucking... this is... I'm not going to stand for this. If I leave
he
now...
could just remove you from the phone call.
And then you won't get my...
That's
Audacity.
true. We won't, yeah, I know.
I can rip it from the video.
Yeah, but, it won't sound as good.
It's true. It's true. Steve, I promise I won't hit it no more. You have my word.
I think you owe me an apology live on Twitch.
I think.
You know what? I'll give you an apology.
Oh God.
I would like to apologize to Epic, the originators of Gears of War, for Steve's blatant disrespect of a franchise you created.
That
I would like to apologize to Microsoft for buying this amazing franchise that Steve just doesn't fucking care about anymore.
No appreciation.
No appreciation. Just none. Just threw that game right on the side of the fucking freeway. So I'm sorry, Steve, that you can't appreciate a wonderful game Like
he
Gears of
said
War.
he said if you could buy one game this year, right, if Gears of War 4 doesn't come out till November, that I'm gonna have fuck all to play until November. When I could just buy it in 2016, 6 weeks later. Quantum Break is out on the 5th of April. Someone tell me that this isn't solid reasoning, and I can still play any other games that I've got, including Gears
You're
of War.
overthinking this. You're
No,
overthinking this. The
no,
question is pretty much,
no.
what's the best game that you would buy? Like that's what
No,
it
but
comes
that's
down
not what the
to.
question was. That is not what the
No,
question
you're
was.
overthinking it.
There's no
You're
overthinking.
It was a
overthinking
simple
it.
question.
You got to put 2016 into this bubble where you have the whole year to play it, and you got to choose a game.
Well, then perhaps Off No Bones should have said that, which he didn't. Therefore, my point stands.
But that's just kind of what you think.
Well, Steve, I'm going to give you the same reasoning as I gave Vern earlier. Steve is the best type of correct. He's technically correct.
He's still reading into that question too much.
He's still
though. It was a simple
technically
question.
correct.
No,
It's a
I'm
simple question.
I'm just looking at all of my options and making an informed decision. Where you just rush into these things, this is where you end up playing crap like Destiny.
You don't need to make a giant informed. Wait, what did you say about Destiny here?
I call it crap.
That's not crap. It's a good game.
Wow,
I mean, I'm sorry you don't like good games. It's cool.
wow.
You just play games so you can rush through them and move on to the next one. But
I
that's
haven't
okay.
yet to complete a game this year.
Yeah, it's because you're finally playing a game online.
Actually, I've barely played Gears since the double XP stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're struggling to play Fallout.
To be honest, I've just been playing Foot Manager. Lots of Foot Manager.
What is it, a fetish game?
Football Manager,
Oh, foosball?
not Foot Manager.
That could actually be quite an interesting little type in simulation game.
A simulation game of ladies' feet.
That could be like a really good like VR thing.
It's a horror
Yeah.
game, Vern.
There-
At the end, it's a
there-
man's foot.
It would have an audience, because there are people who have foot fetishes, not me, but that would be
Oh.
really disgusting.
Pretty sure that was a confirmation.
No, not at all.
I just tweeted at you, Steve. I hope you like it. All right.
I'm not even
Wow.
going to check it. You're
No,
not worthy of. You're not worthy of
it
being
was
checked.
worthy. This is worthy of a check.
When is the next X-rated Uncut? I don't know. When's 169?
In like
Yes.
50 episodes time next year.
I
What's
made
another-
Wicked
what's
Soul a favorite, by the way. He's
What's
playing
another X-rated number?
88.
96. We already passed. How is 88 X-rated exactly?
Would you like a visual representation?
Yeah. You can do it. You just draw it
I
off
have
the
my
paper.
camera. Let me zoom out.
if you turn it sideways,
Let me zoom out. I'm already in the position actually. No.
I'm in the position with my pillow right now.
Hey man, I love my pillow. No. Sorry.
All right.
So
Well,
did you get- oh.
I'm sorry. What were you going to say, Tim? After you, sir.
No, I just wanted to ask you guys, have you guys had a chance to play Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare?
oh, the
I have
beta,
not.
yeah.
I have
Yeah, that's
not.
some news. The beta just started. Another beta's coming too. January 28th, the Division beta starts. So
Oh.
that was a little bit of news today.
1 day early access.
What? Well, listen, let me tell you something. That
That
game
game's gonna be awesome.
was really fun when I played in the alpha. So,
Yeah.
I'm
Thanks for breaking NDA. We appreciate it.
Yeah, technically the embargo lifted for the previews, but not for the people who played the alpha. Technically, so yeah, we're not supposed to talk about it still. But it's awesome. I don't care.
Oh, we didn't talk about the news of Homefront: The Revolution.
What's the news,
Oh
Steve?
yeah,
that's
release
so,
date
yeah.
in May, huh?
The exclusive Xbox One exclusive
40
beta,
minutes.
is out next month. You can sign up for that on their website, and the game releases on the 17th of May, 2016.
I can't wait for my exclusive Xbox One exclusive. Sorry.
I'm actually quite looking forward to the game. I think it sounds really interesting. I assume that because they've said there isn't any adversarial sort of player versus player multiplayer, so this is just playing co-op with your friends, and it's not like the Division or something. It's just it's more contained. So it could be quite interesting to give it a proper go. So that could be good. I think
Division's gonna be awesome, though, man. Division's gonna be awesome.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Homefront's like.
All right, you know what I'm looking forward to? Moving on to the next segment. Why? Because you let me down, Steve.
How did I let you down?
You didn't choose Gears.
How are you doing on that band, Steve?
Well, hold on a second. How could everybody tell me to pick Gears when you made all this fuss about having not fucking seen Recore? What if the Coalition come up with some sort of abomination? Not that I think they will, but
I checked with my GAF sources. They confirmed it. It's awful. There you go.
What's the horde mode? What's the campaign like? It's only 2-player co-op. This is apparently we've known for a long time, and I didn't realise.
All right, look, Steve, you didn't choose Gears, and you are the Gears fanboy, and you didn't choose it.
I've been picking Gears forever, but I'm really excited for Quantum Break. It's something new. I'm excited about it. Get off my back, bitch.
Damn.
Well, Steve, I said I wouldn't do it.
That's a heavy word for Steve right there. Damn. Bitch.
You said you wouldn't get off his back?
Fuck it up, Dustin.
600 seconds.
This is ridiculous. So unless I'm nice to you,
he calls me bitch and he expects no repercussions.
Well, maybe you just need to. I'm not going to take this line down. You can't bully me. Everyone can hear this podcast.
600 more seconds.
And how I'm being treated.
Steve Rules from SteveRules.com. You can't say I don't promote.
So are we going to get to the most exciting part of the show now?
We're going to go what you've been playing.
That's what everyone waits for.
Oh.
It's what everybody's still here for. Let me tell you, I played Rebel Galaxy. That's
How is it?
Fun. It's good. It's good. It's good.
What kind of game is it? It's just a space sim, or?
So it's a space sim on a 2D plane. You do not move in 3 dimensions. But
wait, it looked 3D in all the videos I've seen. How
it
is
is 3D, but you move on a 2-dimensional plane.
So it's on rails, or?
No, because you can move in all 2 dimensions.
I don't
on rails
understand.
Technically is 1 dimension.
I can't.
You're on a rail.
I'm trying to see, I'm trying to envision how does it 2D but 3D.
Like it would be like playing a twin stick shooter that's in 3D, but you're just behind the spaceship.
I'm confused now.
So you can't move up and down. You can move left, right, forward, and back.
Oh, okay. So there's no verticality.
No, it is all it's on a 2-dimensional plane.
You just said up.
You said forward, back.
Forward, back, left and right. Up and down are a no-go. You cannot go up and shoot at it.
Oh, that sounds very limited.
But it's cool because I've only played the first 2 or 3 missions, but you go into you go up to a space station, and yes, it's all menu based, but you go into the bar, and it's more you use your imagination a little bit more than you're sitting there and actually going in and walking around the space station. Free Steve rules, but so you end up going in and you get dialogue choices, so you can actually have conversations with people. And the different races don't speak English; they speak gibberish. So it's more like you're actually speaking to an alien. I mean, it's just it's all you want in a $20 space flight game. It's what you need. It has electrolytes. That's all I'm saying. It has electrolytes, and I enjoyed it. and I do plan on playing a lot more of it. The space combat was fun, like being able to shoot, like it looks cool. There's plenty of upgrades you can do to your ship. You can have tractor beams and all that stuff. But I really think I need to put more time into it, but I think it could be pretty awesome. Other than that, I spent way too much time in Minecraft, like 2 nights ago. I just started
Ark,
a new
huh?
Ark, yeah. And I played Halo with Vern. We had a good time.
Yeah, Halo.
Halo. Steve, what have you been
Could have
playing?
played Gears with me instead.
We could, but you never send me an invite, Mr. I play single
Gears
player.
is
and it can only-
boring.
You just have no taste. What have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of Foot Manager. I won't bore you with it. I did actually buy Max Payne. I bought the collection. I got all 3 of them on Steam and tried it. I mean, it's definitely an early 2000s game, which probably should shock anyone.
It holds up though.
I sort of turned it off in the first chapter. I need to go back to it. And the reason I turned it off was because I couldn't be bothered to set up the controller stuff, and playing with the keyboard and mouse just is not for me in any game, apart from simulations. And on Xbox, I've mainly been playing Fallout 4, which I feel absolutely no desire to play it. That's not to say that I don't enjoy it when I do play it, but there's just something about it that I think
You don't get the urge, huh?
Like when I was playing The Witcher, I was just like played
I have
it
to
for
play
like
more Witcher.
fucking 2 weeks straight, and it was like that's all I wanted to play. Whereas this, it kind of sits, and a lot of the time I pause it, and then like 3 hours later, it's still fucking paused. I just don't want to go back to it.
You would, a way of saying this is you would fight somebody and curse somebody out for Witcher 3, but you won't do the same for Fallout.
Yeah, I just think there's something missing. Sorry, content.
No, I'm just saying because I know that you were very passionate about Witcher 3, where I feel like for Fallout 4, a lot of people get that. A lot of people, even though it initially did great, have a lot of complaints about this game for some reason.
They feel like something's missing. Yeah.
I think characters like Preston really let the game down, which is really sad.
No, but I told Jason this a while ago. I don't think Fallout 4 does anything wrong that Fallout 3 didn't do wrong. And I think that's the problem. Like, I just don't want to restart Fallout 3 again. And that's what I feel like I'm doing when I play Fallout 4. And I just, I don't get the urge to do it. Eventually, I'll get the urge to play Fallout, and I'll play it. But I put, 5 hours into it, and I set it down, and I haven't cared enough to turn it back on. Like, even when I do turn it on, I go, oh, I don't want to spend the next 4 hours playing this. And I turn it off, and I go and play something else. Because I can easily go and play with Vern and do 5 matches of Halo and have way more fun yelling at the TV.
Rainbow
I think
Six,
it depends.
man.
I think the fun thing about Fallout is just walking and exploring. I think
But
the
it
problem,
takes hours to do, and I think in this
well,
day and age,
I think that's the problem. The problem is how much they try to stop you. Like, oh, you need to build, you need a home so you can have a place to repair your armor and all, and then you have to go there to get missions and stuff. It should be Mad Max, You're just out on the road. You don't stop. You just keep going,
And that is what kind of, because you go out and you got your power armor, and then I was on my way to this sort of airship thing. I don't think that's much of a spoiler. I was going over there, and then when I went there, I happened to rather casually with dog meat walk past these raiders, and they then started throwing tons of grenades and stuff at me, and just pretty much depleted my armor. I mean, I killed those bitches, but so once and then after that, and then once you've collected all the stuff that you've got off them, then you start getting over encumbered, and then you want to go back to Diamond City and then sell it all, and then get the stuff from the junk that you want to put into your settlement because you need aluminium or whatever. And then once you've done that, and then you set back out again, and then you find somewhere else, and it's and I find that is just what I end up doing, just constantly.
I think the issue this game has that we're gonna compare it. We're gonna go ahead and compare it to The Witcher. Like The Witcher's really good at when you get on the road and somebody grabs you on a side mission. That side mission is gonna be about 20, 30 minutes. It's gonna be really good and it's gonna add something. And it's not going to be like, well, I killed the raiders and I got to go sell the stuff. It's going to be like there's going to be a narrative. You're going to help somebody out or you're going to fuck somebody over and you're going to care about what fucking happened. It's not just be like, well, I got fucked over by these random raiders. It didn't really have a story, but it's just they fucking took half my health. I'm irradiated and I killed them.
It doesn't help the amount of filler in Fallout, where it just feels like they added missions to add time. Like, especially the Preston missions, where it's like, oh, these guys are being terrorized, even though you made a base with 50,000 cannons and everything, by ghouls that are 5 miles away. And it's like...
it's just the mission design after the last year. It just doesn't hold up.
It just feels like a bunch of filler.
Yeah.
And the map is overly large, and you kind of want to explore it, but
I want the bigger map. I don't think that's a problem.
No, there's so much in the map. Like you walk past stuff, and then it's just like buildings just popping up everywhere, and it's like, well, I want to go and search that. But as I said, by the time you've been into a building, you've killed all the people there. And okay, you could just not take their stuff, but if you don't take their stuff, you can't sell it or get the parts for it. And then go and buy your cores and buy your ammo and stuff. Because, I checked my ammo and I had literally 871 of one particular type of ammo. And the only guns that work with it are really shit guns. And I had nothing for my sort of regular pistol. And I had very little for this and very little for this. So I have to go and do all that stuff so that I can actually buy the ammo for the guns that aren't shit.
Don't like, and when they also, when they took out stuff like weapon repairing, when you go in and you pick up 50,000 weapons, the only reason you pick them up is to go take them apart to get more parts to modify weapons. I like Fallout, where you would actually go and you would pick up people's guns to actually repair your own and keep you going as you went. It felt more like you were in an apocalypse trying to keep together. Like, you're not supposed to feel in power. You're supposed to feel powerless. Like, you're supposed to feel vulnerable in those games. That's the point of the game. You're post-apocalyptic,
Yeah, but they took that out because everyone... And that annoys me in The Witcher, that all your weapons, they start to break, because then they'll just fucking disappear in the middle of battle, and it's... That just irritates me.
Well, it's realistic. Weapons don't last. That's not...
Yeah, but Fallout isn't exactly realistic, because when you have a nuclear
Dragons
apocalypse...
don't exist, too.
Yeah, I was about to say, Witcher's not exactly realistic either.
Yeah, but...
Well, no, but I'm not using the argument...
But
I'm not using the argument that it's realistic.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be completely realistic. Have realistic elements. Like, swords don't maintain their sharpness 100% after you use them.
Yeah, they get duller as you play Witcher, and if you don't fucking sharpen your swords and fix them, they're gonna fucking break.
And that's a cool
you're not
element.
gonna be able to use it. It works.
That's cool, actually.
I'm quite satisfied that Fallout doesn't have that now.
All I'm saying is you're wrong again, and 600 more seconds. But what else have you been playing, Steve?
That's fucking mean, dude.
Fucking hell, you did that like a minute ago.
I was about to say that was sarcasm, but yeah.
And I know, because I checked it was 202, and then I checked again when I should have been unbanned, and it was, unless it accumulates all these fucking bans.
No, I banned you again, I know. I don't know when. It was like a minute ago.
It was Vern. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
You refreshed it.
Hey, can you ban Vern when you're banned?
You cannot.
Oh, that's so sad. That'd be funny. Okay, well, Tim, what have you been playing, sir?
I've been playing Ark. Been playing with that. I had a bad experience with it last night, so I don't know
What
if
happened?
I'm going to play. There's this group next to us called. They're a French group. The BZH is their group. I remember the game when they weren't there, and how I used to run across the beach, and how it was so accessible. But this group is taking it to a different level. They totally blocked off everything. Pretty much. They blocked off the water except for a little little access door that I have to swim because I haven't built myself a boat because I'm a caveman. I just like to go, hunting and gathering stuff. So I
I
just
heard hunting and dying.
yeah, hunting and dying. I just love it. I love the fighting of it.
Yeah.
And just exploring too. I love the area. I remember when I first played how I thought it was so beautiful, but now not like in the sense where the game's not beautiful, but like how it was just
It's
just
open and really cool.
it's
Yeah.
open and really cool, right? And and it was like prehistoric because there wasn't anything built, but everything on this server, because I've been playing from day one on Xbox, everything on the server is just now it's congested, and this BZH freaking group throws down thatch all over the place, so I can't take a rock out because their thatch foundation is too close to it. All types of things like that. I have to swim through the freaking gate.
Jason, I'm just throwing it out there. For Tim's sake, we are going to jump on his server and we're going to kite T-Rexes to this base.
No.
Yes, we are.
How do you kite? You can kite?
What we should do is Tim should come to our server and just play on it, to be honest.
Yeah, I got to play on you, but I'm in the Beards tribe.
I know you're in Beard's tribe. That's why I said we need to go to their server and fuck this tribe up for being douchebags.
Now, for people that are feeling like I don't want to play this because that's the way it is, he
was there, and you know what? It was so bad that this freaking fucking monstrosity that this BZH built is slowing down the game because it has to load all in-game graphics. That's how much stuff that these people have, dinos and just they totally evaporated the beach. And I mean, Beard, who's very nice and diplomatic, he tried talking to him. They're French, but they're just at this point where he's just probably like they're just too much to deal with because they build so much. They don't even dress in armor. They just build. They just naked all the time building level 70s. And like 8 of them. Where it's just Beard building his thing. The thing with like Beard's thing that he built, he was very like he respected the land. He went up on a rock. He wasn't like barriering off like the way these guys were. I mean, you have to barrier some off, but it was an experience where I was
Tim,
deflated.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yeah.
Just tiny recommendation. I want you to go and get a shitload of thatch. I want you to make like 80, 100 thatch foundations.
Uh-huh.
And I want you to go to the closest tree reserve that they have. I want you to cut that bitch down and just put thatch all over that motherfucker. Because the trees will not regrow. And I want you to do that to every natural resource around their area. And that way, they will decide to move the fuck on.
And there's big fights over the oil fields. I know that all these tribes go crazy over the oil fields. And the thing is that like what you're explaining to me to do is fine. But for me,
look, we got to Game of Thrones this, okay? You got to Game of Thrones this. This is not fucking right.
But that
you
just
got to go to
the whole
war.
World, then.
No, it doesn't. This is the political drama.
It's a bunch of thatch with
no. But here's the thing: once they move the fuck out, you can delete your thatch foundations.
They're never moving the fuck out, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You have to hit them hard.
They'll go up
you need to
north
go through and destroy all their all their trees.
We need Toby. We have 4 Rexes. I would just get like 15 Rexes and just have all of us.
The best thing to do when you're playing this game.
But there's stone walls.
Is you need to build away from popular areas. And I know that sounds bad, but like the beaches in the game are all going to be filled with crap. Like if you go internal of the island, most of the internal of the island, there's nothing there. Because most people don't build it.
What I would do, Tim? And I mean this. I would put foundations all the way around their base. And then
but then you're ruining the world, though.
I would block their base inside my own base. It'd be a base within a base, and they wouldn't be able to get their dinosaurs out of it. So eventually they're going to have to move on and log, and then I'm going to be able to tear down their fucking houses, and I'm going to take their dinosaurs, and I'm going to flip them the bird on the way out.
We had the same problem on our server. There was the guys that made a tower of thatch that was like 50 stories high, and they didn't come on for 7 days, so we destroyed it.
Yeah.
And it caused lag every time we got near it.
Yeah.
And
Go on.
the funny thing is they came on that evening, right after we destroyed it. So if we didn't destroy it when we did, they would have reset everything. So
what do you think of the time? It's how long is it when you put a thatch foundation?
it's 7 days for thatch.
It should be lower, I think. I think it should be.
It
shorter
should be
than-
lower. It should be like 2 days.
3 days.
Thatch should not last very long at all. The
I
game
don't
should
know.
require that you
I
play
want to maybe
often.
play it again, but right now, I mean, I played Madden 2 the other day, and that game, let me tell you, that game is unbelievable.
You know what's better than that game?
The cricket game.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Can't beat a winner.
600 seconds.
But you can lock them out for 600 seconds.
It was a letdown. It was. I'm not going to be honest. I just was like, you know what? It's kind of sad. And the thing is that Beard really has a nice way about him. The way he like sets it up, and he makes it about like he's not like he wasn't like that. And these people come in and they do all that. You know.
No, it's just like Game of Thrones. You have the character you like. They're a nice guy. And then, like, the royal family comes in and fucks everything up, and it's just like, it's time for war. The North is going to war with the South. That's what's going to happen.
And in my previous experience, and this is, I might have deserved this, but you know how they have these, and I think this was BZH too, you know, or it was some tribe. You know how they have these things where you could play the drums?
Yeah, the war drums. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So what do, the war drums?
they just play annoying drums.
Right. So it's nothing more than a prop.
No.
Okay, so they all lined up, 8 of them.
Oh my god, this is perfect psychological warfare. Look, thatch house all the way around their base, drums everywhere, and just beat that shit and annoy the fuck out of them.
Yeah, but you can't do that. You have to be a certain part of away from them.
No,
You know-
but trust me, you can get close enough. You can get close enough to fuck with them. Trust me.
Well, I'm sure Beer could do that, but you know he has to do it on his own. I'm worthless. He tells me to go get wood. I get him 24 wood after 5 deaths. You know what I mean?
Tim.
I'm sure it's more than 5.
No, I just get so lost in that game. I love the game.
I like
but-
how it's like, look, I've seen what Beard has built, and everything he requires is like fucking a massive metric fuckload of wood. And the idea that you're bringing him 25, I could just see him, like, Tim finally getting back to base after his long, amazing journey, and be like, here you go. It's like, okay, that's a 16th of the stack I need. Thanks, I'll see you later.
Well, I mean, in just the land though, it gets modernized because that's how much people build. So I kind of lose. I love just the openness of it.
They actually have servers called primitive servers, and it doesn't allow the technology to go beyond primitive stuff.
Mhm.
And and the other option really is that at some point you could play on a private dedicated server,
Right.
one that has a proper host that actually goes around and stops people from doing dumb shit like that. I think that's the real problem with the game right now.
And
is
that's
the
why
lack of GMs.
we're announcing
100%.
we are
It needs
announcing
GMs.
we need people to donate for an ARC box so that we can start.
That would be
Let's do a
pretty awesome.
GoFundMe. A GoFundMe ArkBox. We'll do it for the community. You guys would probably.
Oh, we would run it once we get our.
What happens though? All right. What happens though? You make yourself an ArkBox, okay? And I know you
Yeah.
guys can answer this. It loses connection to the internet. What's going to happen? Is it the same thing when people log back in 5 hours when it's up? They're still going to be able to access their game, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it goes back up, yeah, it's just like a normal server.
And how much upload speed would you need to really run an
Not
an
much.
ArkBox?
Not a lot. Probably like 10.
5, 10.
10,
Okay.
5, about as much. It's
Okay,
not
so-
a lot of data. The problem isn't the data. The problem is the processing power. But since it's an entire console running it, it should be fine. You know? Honestly, I'm amazed with the amount of RAM available because usually server boxes have a shit ton of RAM. And when I say shit ton, I mean 24, 32 gigabytes of RAM.
Prophecy says he'll donate to the Arc Box.
Thank you, Prophecy. Is that a $350 per month for? Because that's the only way it's gonna happen.
So that's me on Ark.
You know, I'll just go ahead throw in because I'm playing Ark 2, and I've already talked about it, so I'll just throw it in with yours, and I'll just add that if you guys want to play with us, we're on PvE EU 170. So just jump in there. We're the Merry Men now. Sorry, Vern. We changed from Fuzzy Doom Brigade. We're the Merry Men.
Fuck you guys. I'm not playing with you anymore.
Wow, that is a betrayal of Vernon's trust.
I'm sorry, it had to happen. We're the
Merry Men? What the fuck is that shit?
We have a broad
That is so inferior to the Fuzzy Doom Brigade.
Look, we have a broad.
I'm telling Maria, man. I'm telling Maria on you guys.
We have a Bronto named Friar Tuck.
Yeah, screw him.
Yeah, Vern, you have to wonder.
I ain't playing Ark with you assholes now.
Vern,
You're not
you have
playing it anyway.
Vern, you have to wonder if this is.
I just think it's sexist because Maria is like the beginning of the tribe, and you changed it to the Merry Men.
Sexist.
It is.
No,
Okay,
you
I'll
turned it
change
to
from
only
the
men.
Merry Men to the Merry Man and Woman. Nope.
Start our own Fuzzy Doom Brigade. Screw you guys.
Fine. We'll go to war.
You don't need to start
Take
your
over
own
the server.
because there isn't one. So you can go end up in some back alley server somewhere, and
Yeah, screw you guys.
I'm on another server where the Fuzzy Doom Brigade lives on.
I'm done with Ark, man. Stop
This is-
talking about it. You guys talking about it way too long,
this
man.
is retribution.
It's
Now
like
he's done.
The Ark podcast, man. We've been talking
We
about
can't
Ark for
help
like
it, man.
15
That's
minutes,
all-
man. Come on.
Some
It's
of
a
us, that's all
political
we've been
drama.
playing.
No, but Ark is a political drama.
We should go
Okay.
back to talking about
Do an Ark
Fallout.
podcast then.
We should. We
We should go
really
back to talking
should.
about Fallout.
Just because you don't like the game, Vern. I mean, how much do I have to listen to Destiny? That fucking blew
What are you
up.
talking about? I
shit.
don't talk about Destiny all the
You
time.
blow it up.
Oh my god!
I talked
Destiny-
about it for 2 podcasts, and then it was
You
on to
did.
the next
that
game,
was
man.
two
Well, whatever.
podcasts
But
too
just
many.
in general, you just got to deal with it. You got to roll with it. I roll with the Destiny fans. I don't understand it, but they're huge. But whatever. I just know it's huge, and that's the same thing with
Oh
Ark.
yeah, that's great, man. Just talk about it for 15 minutes, man.
I'm sorry, Vern. Jeez, gosh.
Jeez.
Yeah, gosh. No,
How
I'm
do
just
I-
upset. I'm just
how
upset
more-
because you changed the name of the.
Hold on, you took me off being a
The guild.
moderator on the Twitch.
I did not. I did not. It still shows a fucking. It says you're a moderator.
Doesn't for me. I've got Vern. What? Fuck you, Vern.
What? I didn't say
can
you.
tell-
this.
screw
I
Vern.
can tell this is you.
What? What are you talking about? What did I do?
Someone's taken me off a moderator on the Twitch group.
No, I didn't do that.
You have added Steve Rules as a moderator to this room.
But I did do
Steve,
that.
I am a moderator. I'm the admin.
Wait, you
I don't-
cannot time out moderator Steve Rules unless you are the owner of this channel.
Yes! Only me. Only me.
Aw.
Steve, I saved you.
Hashtag screw Dustin.
I saved you, Steve. Do I get like a brownie point?
I don't get any fucking brownie points.
Why not? I saved you.
The stream's buffering.
It's not buffering for me.
Okay, just stop. It went back to normal.
Steve, you give me no love.
So anyway,
I give you
we're going
lots
to
of
talk about other stuff.
Right
You know what I give you? I give you 600 fucking seconds.
I got 600 seconds?
No, I was just kidding. I can give nobody 600 seconds.
Yeah, that's a lot of time.
All right. Well, Vern, what have you been playing?
Yeah, just Halo, pretty much.
Tell me about Ark.
Nah, I haven't been playing Ark. I've been playing Halo. I do try to squeeze a little Rainbow Six in there, but I don't know. Halo's easier to kind of pick up and play if you don't have other people to play with, you know.
But I want to
Halo,
say, talk about Rainbow Six real quick. The Wicked Soul, and you can watch him on twitch.tv/Wicked Soul. The Wicked Soul. Awesome channel. Awesome little channel. Plays a lot of Rainbow Six.
he
Good
does.
guy.
He's playing too much Rainbow Six. It's getting in the way of his achievement hunting. He needs to focus.
Look, I'm trying to plug.
He's
the Wicked
really
Soul
far
here.
ahead, though.
Yeah, but then we need to go back to what we were going to say, which is about 300, 325.
But
Look,
I
we're
kinda-
allowed
I kind
to
of feel like
change
he
it
should be
later.
allowed to enjoy his games, though.
No, he should be
No.
pushed to the limit for
But
achievement.
he's so achievement focused that he can't even enjoy his games.
Stop.
He's just worried about achievements.
Wicked, new goal, 450. If you don't get it, I'm disowning you. All right.
You don't get it, you're going to have to buy an ARC
No,
box.
no, let's go like 500.
That's a good one.
500.
500, Arc Box. One or the other.
But back to Halo. New Halo Waypoint community update just went up. So they got a new patch coming out this month, and it's going to bring a new arena map called Riptide, which is like a new take on the map Fathom. And they're also releasing a new Warzone Assault map, which is called Urban, which is the Warzone Assault version of Noctis. So got those coming, got a bunch of new armor coming and stuff. So another big update. Great.
When I know they've done a few of these updates. Have they added any more achievements to the game?
No,
Okay.
but I don't care about achievements. I like.
Well, no, I was
trash
just, I was
maps
just
and stuff.
wondering how they.
They made the achievements not too bad for multiplayer. So
Yeah, I know. I sold it before I'd got all of them, but
yeah, I can't believe you sold Halo 5, man. It's so good.
busy playing better games.
Crazy, better games. Ugh.
You know what game is not a better game?
What?
Gears of War. It's just an awful game, according to certain people on this podcast.
According to my Twitter poll, I did a Twitter poll.
Did
Yeah,
you?
but I bet you block any Gears fans on there. Like,
No, I
press
don't.
them.
I'm gonna find out. Let me find my Twitter poll.
Nah, this is.
It had
this
like
is-
100 people on that one, right?
There's a lot of people responded.
yeah, this is garbage.
Let's see, how many did I do? I mean, it was a little biased the way I worded this poll.
Exactly. You know, talk about influencing people and all this other stuff.
Here it is. Okay, Halo is better than Gears. I assume all my followers agree. 74% selected Halo (parentheses better). 26% selected Gears, and then in parentheses I wrote inferior.
That seems
That was
like an honest, easy, fair survey.
It's very fair. But 144 people voted, and 74% selected Halo. So, I think we need to change. Remember that podcast where we agreed that Gears was better, and we were wrong. So, it's Halo.
All right, the Long Dark
Yes,
game
thank-
preview. I played that. I did. I enjoyed it. It was good. It runs better. It looks better. And it's still like a survival game. So I love survival games. I want to get more into it, and I got to play more.
Have they added the story mode yet?
No.
Jennifer Hale did a voiceover for a trailer about the story mode, though, so I don't think it's far off.
Yeah. Dead Rising 3, I played a little bit of that. That shit still holds up. I love running over zombies.
You still can't see.
Yeah.
Oh,
I played Microsoft Solitaire Collection, and I have 75 achievements in that.
Wow.
75 fucking achievements in Solitaire. It's because I'm a fucking boss.
You are.
And then I moved over to Grand Theft Auto 5. I played Elder Scrolls Online for like a total of like 15 seconds, and then
I got confused.
Maria and myself just went, well, fuck this, we're done, and quit out. Halo Reach, that shit runs like dog shit still. But I forgot how amazing that story is and wonderful.
Dude, I cannot force myself through that game. You know, I've never finished Halo Reach, and I've been playing this game over the course of like 3 years.
Hold on. So let me get this straight. Halo is better than Gears, but you don't even have the
I
audacity.
don't like
to
Halo
finish
Reach.
it.
I don't like Halo Reach,
How
man.
dare you?
I started a long time ago. Maybe it was like 4 years ago. I started a long time ago, and then
Wow.
I've had the same save that I've been continuing mission by mission, and I've played a mission like once every like 3 or 4 months, and I'm kind of working my way through it. But I cannot get myself through that game. I don't like it. It's like the one Halo game I just cannot play.
So the Halo fan, the mega fan, has completed less Halo games.
Mega fan? I'm not a mega fan. I just like it better
less
than
Halo
Gears.
games than Steve rules. Wow, I think that says a lot about you, Vern.
It's just not good. I have a hard time playing Reach.
Did you just fall down?
Who?
Really, what's good about Reach? The characters suck. Like, I know you said the story was good, but the story is so boring to me. I mean, the one good thing it has going...
When you come back to a game every 4 months, I mean, I don't think that really sticks in your mind very often.
It's not... I don't know, man. I don't think that any of the weapons feel good in that game. The one good thing about it is that the missions feel really open as far as the world's concerned, But that's about it. Man.
I just I put my feelings into action. I hope you enjoy.
Reach is not a memorable story. The thing about Reach that pissed me the thing about Reach that pissed me off was how much they went against the book, and the book was amazing. So,
what have you done?
He put his feelings into action by banning me from talking for a little while.
You've been banned from this. I approve.
Steve's like, this is the greatest hour of my life.
yeah, I don't like what they did. Because anyone that's read the book, Halo Reach the book is fucking insanely good. But what they did with the game even goes against the book, and I just don't like it.
But I found it actually runs all right. I think it must be like the first mission or something that runs poorly, because everyone who's complaining about it has been playing that, I think. But I started kind of in the middle since I've been working my way through it. Someday I'll beat it. And it ran fine for me.
Maybe we can play co-op and make it run like shit for both of us.
Yeah, like Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Well, probably can't run any worse than the co-op I did with ODST as part of Master Chief Collection. Like, for some reason, the connection was just not having it at all, and it was.
Hey, first of all, Steve, stop fucking
show.
defending Gears because you already hate it so much. You threw it on the side of the road. Nobody cares.
What?
No,
Nobody cares.
over it and they crawled to the side of the road dying.
Hold on a second. I didn't say anything about Gears. I just talked about.
No, but you're literally doing it
to
to defend Gears.
I understand the snarkiness of the situation.
I get the snark.
There's no snark. If I was going to do snark,
I get it.
If I was going to do snark, I was going to say what I was going to say, which was the.
So you admit there was snark.
No.
So
no,
now you admit there was snark. I was going to say what I was going to say. It's like, yes, you were saying it, and I heard you, and I heard the snark.
No. If I was going to give you a bit of snark, I would have said that it shows just how important Halo is that Microsoft updated Gears again, and yet Halo is just left in the dumpster.
That's for the snark, Steve. That's for the snark. 600 seconds of snark.
Nah, this is
Just
garbage.
for you. 600 seconds of snark.
Silence.
We do not put up with that snark here.
I will not be silenced.
You were.
You were.
But he just did. Steve.
We will not put up with snark on this channel. This is a no snark zone. But thank you, Steve, for letting me know.
It's a no spin zone, sir.
No snark zone. All right, everybody, we've come to the end of this broadcast. I appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Jason, talk about what he played?
Yeah, Ark.
Oh, that's right.
I played Ark and some more Ark. Would you like me to talk about Ark?
Lots of Ark.
We can talk about
it all day.
Let's go. Another 15 minutes.
Let me start off by telling you about the drama on the server.
Let's just make a Ark podcast.
Now, I approve of that snark.
I'm done talking though about Ark.
Tim?
Yes, sir?
It's not that I don't want to do this because I do. But because you're giving snark, I have to ban you for 600 seconds.
Is he even in Twitch chat?
I don't even know. I don't see his name.
No,
like, on any of these
he's not
messages.
even in Twitch chat. You can't ban.
Tim, we shouldn't accept this garbage. Me and you should go make our own show.
Tim and Steve, so.
Steve and Tim, of course. It wouldn't
Steve,
be Tim.
You can call it Steve. You can call it Steve.
Steve UK and Tim.
To be fair,
Is it Steve Dog or Tim Rules? The combination.
Steve
Oh, wow.
While we've been talking, I have paid for and now own SteveRules.net, and it's going to redirect to how much Steve is awful.
Nobody would even type in SteveRules.net.
Oh, I'll broadcast it out.
Already got a hit. No.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste my money. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That's going to be it for episode 127. Steve Hates Gears, the episode.
Wow.
Yes, that is the title.
And kangaroos.
But
What was
we're
the
gonna
other
come
one
back
that we were supposed
for
to
a whole
be that
new
Vern was
week
mad?
of video game
Wait,
news
wait,
next
wait.
week on Thursday. I lost my headset, so I'm sorry, guys. But we'll be back next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, on Thursday.
With
Thursday,
a special
guys.
guest, hopefully, actually. I just got confirmation from Gareth Coker yesterday that he can do the Thursday podcast, but he hasn't responded about what time yet, so hopefully he'll be on next week. So it's
Best
looking
behavior.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to say nothing.
We're just gonna
I'm
let Vern
actually
geek
interested
out.
to what you would say, talk with him about, because it's probably interesting. And he's really a great guy.
What do you think about the tambourine?
Yeah.
Well,
how strongly do you
there
feel
just
about
wasn't
this?
enough tambourine in Ori and the Blind Forest, you know?
I
not
really
enough.
thought it needed a tambourine.
Like
Only
a
there
little more
was-
cowbell, too.
There was more cowbell.
Yeah.
But mainly the tambourine. It's my favorite instrument if you haven't figured that out.
You like jingles?
Yeah.
You should ask him which he prefers between Halo and Gears as well.
Well, yeah, and also Genesis and Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's one important question. Steve.
Well, now there's a second, and that's Halo versus Gears. I think it needs to be right up there.
Oh, fuck, I almost forgot. I almost forgot. This is so close. Oh my god, the Wicked Soul. We'd come up with the middle name for Steve. And I'm blanking on the middle name. But I know we came up with one.
Maybe the Wicked Soul can respond. in
Wicked!
time.
We need to know
Steam drool, so.
Stim drools.
Steve something rules. It was because we were putting it as part of Xbox Uncut lore, and I had to bring it up. Oh, this is gonna bother me. It's gonna be we might have to bring it back on next episode, unless Wicked knows.
Oh,
Wicked-
he's only put LOL. I don't think he can remember. I could just tell you the two middle names that I actually do have.
Okay.
I'm not
Sir,
going to, but I could do.
Steve.
You need a fifth name. That way it could be a true middle.
Or it'd just be like Sir Steve, middle name 1.
That's
middle name
it.
2.
Was it T Baggins? Yes. Steve
Baggins?
T Baggins
Oh,
rules.
yeah.
And by the way, I just want to mention there's a tribe on our server called Dodo Baggins.
Steve T Baggins rules. Because that was his Lord of the Rings name. Oh my god, it's so good. Alright, please write us at letters at xboxuncut.com. You can rate us on iTunes, and you can go to our website. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cough. xboxuncut.com. Oh my god, my Xbox is here listening to me. xboxuncut.com. And just leave us a message under the podcast. You know, we have comment sections. Leave us a message there. Leave us a message anywhere. We want messages. YouTube, you know, anywhere you can find us. Just go
Craigslist.
ahead. Craigslist. Jason usually is on Men for Females. So if you want to leave a message there, Jason will find it.
Misconnections, yeah.
Misconnections.
Yeah, we
Casual encounters.
we should do that. We should advertise on this connection.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Somebody do it, Jason. Do it.
Look, we're gonna be posting on every Craigslist on misconnections. I thought you wanted to listen to my podcast. Here it is. It's gonna be great, guys. We're gonna, hey, in the headline, put T-Baggins inside.
I swear I felt you listening to my podcast.
T-Baggins is...
T-Baggins wants you inside of him.
Oh, jeez. Let's change the name to that.
T-Baggins.
T-Baggins?
The tale of T-Baggins.
All right. Well, we're going to call it the end of the show. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Peace out, everybody.
Later.
Peace.
Bye.
Aw, Steve.
Steve is so sad.
Bye.